Are you ready?
This is the D-Generation Clix podcast with your hosts,
Who is Ravage?
Ryan Ruckman,
Ravage.
Hand me that bottle cap.
Miles Kane,
Hand me that paperclip. Grab that twine. Gun wrapper.
Daniel Schwab,
We
Best friends.
Asgard to mouth.
and Pete.
Cause I'm just me.
Welcome back to the D-Generation Clix podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and with me as always are Miles, Dan, and Pete. We are back for the second time this week, and we are just going to finish up our Collector's Trove set review, so let's get right into that.
I present to you Tannelir Tivan, the Collector.
I can assure you, it will be absolutely safe here in my collection.
Starting with Thor. Dan, did they make a good Thor?
After 5 years, it has happened. This is Thor 030.
You rode a hammer.
No, I didn't ride the hammer.
The hammer rode you on your back.
No. I used to spin it really fast, and it would pull me off
Oh my god. The hammer pulled you off.
the ground. It would pull me off the ground up into the air, and I would fly.
He's 150 or 50 points. He's got two traits. The first one is the first time Thor would be KO'd, instead turn him to his starting click, Protected Pulse Wave. And his second trait is Capital Close or Range. Unequip an equipment from Thor and place it in a square within range and line of fire. If you do, make a close or range attack targeting all opposing characters adjacent to that equipment, regardless of range, line of fire, or adjacency. If the equipment is named Mjolnir, Stormbreaker, or Yarnborn, the damage dealt is penetrating and hit characters are knocked back. So for 150, you're getting 9 clicks, starting with Running Shot, Energy Explosion, 19 Invulnerability, and 3 damage RCE. He does have 5 range with 2 targets. He's got 4 clicks of Running Shot, and then the last 5 are Charge. So click 5 through 7 have Super Strength. He doesn't have any attack powers on clicks 3 and 4 and 8 and 9. And then his defense powers on clicks 1 through 7 are Invulnerability, and 8 and 9 are Toughness. So for 150 or 50 points, you're getting 4 clicks. But basically, you're either getting 18 clicks or 8 clicks, which is really great for his point cost. So, and being able to equip Mjolnir for free or Stormbreaker is great because they're both good in their own right. So,
Do you want to actually just go over Mjolnir right now?
yeah. So Mjolnir is, like I said, the hammer's 20 points. Qualifying names are Beta Ray Bill, Captain America, Odin, Spider-Man, Squirrel Girl, and Thor. Effect is Giant Reach 3, improved targeting characters. Quake, Pulse Wave. If this character has one of Mjolnir's qualifying names, Mjolnir can't be unequipped, destroyed, or removed from the game by opposing effects.
So what is your take on this piece? I'm assuming you're going to be playing him quite a bit.
Yeah, you guys are going to get sick of him real fast.
I mean, at least you found a good Thor to tell us that he's good, instead of trying to convince us that a bad Thor is good.
I don't think I've tried to do that in quite a while, so you can take that and shove it.
Pete,
The Black Panther one?
what one was it? I know Pete knows what one I'm talking about.
The Ravens one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cosmic Thor, the Herald Thor.
Yes.
I like that. I like that Thor. Did I say he was good? No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that Thor got spanked.
He's going to be part of that point denial team because Prime Panther, him, and Death Metal Wonder Woman. It's like you don't have to waste Vibranium Token or Death Metal Wonder Woman's revival. You're just going to get him again for 50. And so, even though it's going to be unthemed, I mean, there is a world where you can...
I can just run Warrior.
Yeah, it's not unthemed, it's Warrior.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot Black Panther had Warrior.
Yeah.
I guess. And he's also really good as a butterfly call-in. I mean, I know he doesn't get Mjolnir for free, but I mean, they have to KO him twice, and they still don't score points, and they come in butterfly, so that helps that a little bit as well, too.
That's not bad, but I think if you can get this guy with a free Mjolnir, you're definitely just doing that.
Yeah, I don't know if 150 points. I mean, he has 18 clicks for 150 points, but I just like him at 50 because you're able to put more around him.
Yeah. You get
Well,
the
considering
charge.
for 50, he's still got a 6 swing on his own for a charge piece is really good. Because you look at that 6 speed and you're like, well, that's terrible. With Mjolnir, he's got the giant reach 3, so it helps a lot.
Are you already trying
I
to
like him.
make a team with him?
He's like on a list. He's not a piece I build around. He's kind of just like, oh, he's my tertiary attacker slash like utility with because he again has pulse wave, which is just a good power. So
Dan, I'm happy for you. You know, this is one of your favorite characters, and this is a very playable version of that character. This is classic Walt Simonson Thor. This is the run of comics that introduced me to comics. This is the ones that my uncles gave me to read. And I read them until the absolute covers fell off and everything else. So I love the sculpt. I love the piece. I am super excited to play this guy for fun and on competitive teams. I think he is absolutely phenomenal.
I do think it's funny that he's got the same armor as the Chase when they've like respun Mjolnir. So that is just an interesting side note, but
I'm looking.
I do think he's hit. I think he's hittable. Like he's
Oh, yeah.
not a
No.
stat stick, but
oh no, he's that 17 is definitely getting hit.
Have you tried to think about getting any rollouts on him yet?
No, this is not a piece where I'm doing that. I'm putting Mjolnir on him, and then we're just gonna do a thing.
You're
That's
gonna
it.
put a symbiote on him.
No. It's Mjolnir or bust. Sorry.
I give this exactly a month before there's a symbiote on it.
Man, killing me.
All right, let's go to a piece I was pretty excited for, getting a Juggernaut into Modern. So this is 031A Juggernaut.
Do you not know who I am? He must not know who I am. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. I'm gonna hit you with your own pimp.
He has the Brotherhood of Mutants, Thunderbolts, X-Men, Brute, and Mystical keywords. He is only 80 points. That's it. He has a trait, I'm the Juggernaut. Juggernaut can reduce penetrating damage and safeguard outwit. He's got a special speed power, ain't nothing can beat me. Charge, but don't have speed. And then a special attack power, I'm going to mess things up with a giant reach 2 and then a capital close. Make a close attack. After resolutions, deal 2 damage to each adjacent opposing character. If Juggernaut destroyed terrain this turn, the damage dealt is penetrating. And then he has on his card, improved movement elevated. He has 8 clicks of health, and the top dial is a 10 speed, 12 attack, 19 impervious with 4 damage. And the special speed and attack powers and impervious with that. Now, he seems a little underpowered because he does start with the Crimson Gem. So normally the Crimson Gem is 10 points, but that is going to give him improved movement through blocking and super strength, and then safeguard mind control. So that makes him feel a little bit more like Juggernaut. It's free if you have Colossus, Juggerduck, or Juggernaut names. So I am pretty excited for this piece. I know we're getting another one in Smash and Destroy soon, but we have been lacking a Juggernaut in a while. The last Juggernaut we got, I guess the Danger Room one doesn't really count, right? But the House of X one, yeah, the House of X one was cool, but the rules changed right after he came out, so he was a little overcosted for what he did. But for 80 points, I like this guy a ton.
Oh, especially with the Sidorak gem. Like, that's like for 80 points, full movement charge. Yeah, he's doing what the House of X1 does, essentially at half cost.
Right.
He obviously doesn't have the stop clicks, but he's half cost, so
you can build around him a lot more. Because, with his expensive cost, the House of X1, it was really hard to build a team around him. This one, you absolutely can.
Yeah.
So as sick
no
as...
Mern keywords either.
Yeah. But as sick as everyone's going to get about playing Thor with Dan, they're probably going to get sick of playing Juggernaut with me.
I like him a lot. I think he's a great I think he's great point cost. I think adding the gem to him is really, really good. I think you absolutely can build around him, and I'm just going to need you to pronounce the attack trait every time. I'm going to hashtag @ $, things up, just like that.
I thought that was just wingdings. Just I'm gonna wingding things up, you know?
Yeah, wingdings things up is also acceptable. But we're off to a hot start here. These are back-to-back great pieces.
Yeah, and they're I like that they're competitively viable. I think not again. It's like Juggernaut's definitely build aroundable, versus Thor is more just like, oh, he's just I can throw this on and it works, you know. So, but I like.
Well,
I mean,
you
that's
look
good.
at him in silver, especially on Mystical. Now you're getting Arachnite, Madam Web. You know, you're getting all that fun stuff with him.
Oh yeah,
With Mystical, like Mystical is just really
Which,
good.
hilariously, they both have that keyword, by the way.
You said fun stuff and included Madam Web. Interesting choice of words.
And
All
Arachnite.
right.
I know.
Moving on.
All right, I know.
So next is actually my top want.
Ooh.
I've been clamoring for him. It's Juggerduck 031B.
That's it. No more Mr. Nice Duck.
He is the prime side of Juggernaut. So he is a prime, but he has Guardians of the Galaxy, team ability, Guardians of the Galaxy, Animal, Brute, Detective, Future, Mystical, and Politician. Top 32 at Worlds keywords. He has 2 traits and a special damage power, or defense power. He's 200 points for 11 clicks, 100 points for 7 clicks, and 50 points for 4 clicks. His first trait is probability control, and friendly characters with the future keyword have Guardians TA, which is going to be very important for some figures. If 3 or more friendly characters have the Guardians of the Galaxy keywords, Juggerduck modifies his defense +1, and then his other trait is charge. When Juggerduck uses it, he has safeguard opposing probability control and can use close combat expert. And then 2 backslashes. When Juggerduck knocks back an opposing character, increase the number of squares they're knocked back by +3. And after resolutions, you may place Juggerduck adjacent to that character. He starts out at 200 points, 10, 11, 19, 4, with Sidestep, Quake, Invincible, and Perplex. Same exact stats all the way through his first 4 clicks, except for his defense gets to stop, which is Impervious. They out of my wow. When Juggerduck uses it, increase the D6 result by +1 for each adjacent opposing character. That's exactly how Howard the Duck sounds, just to let you know. So, yeah. He does have a stop click. He doesn't reduce penetrating, so that's kind of a bummer. But now his 100-point starting line, he drops to an 8-10, 18-4 with the same powers, the Quake, Sidestep, Impervious, and Perplex for 3 clicks, dropping to damage 6 and 7 to 3. His 50-point line, which actually I think is where he's going to really shine, is 8-10, 18-3 all the way through. Flurry for his last 4, Quake all the way through, Invulnerability for 3, and then his last click is that stop click, followed by Battle Fury for all 4. And then he's obviously able to get the Gem Sidorak for free, so you're giving him super strength. And he already has charge, so he's charge, flurry, and then close combat expert. So yeah, that's really good for 50 points. I could even potentially see you giving him just not even doing the gem because you really don't want, if you don't want super strength, and just giving him the motorcycle for the +2 speed charge and super senses.
And make him 65. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
we got 3 characters in before something got a motorcycle. I'm proud of him.
Yeah, that's I love the motorcycle, but no, I love this Juggerduck. I think that it's going to be tough, but the real interesting thing is that friendly characters with the future keyword have Guardians TA, so that's going to really work really well with Kraglin, even if you go unthemed, because that gives everyone with that keyword safeguard pulse wave, which is very important.
That and well, so he does it only when he's on the field, so it's not like during a force construction thing or anything. So you can't. He's not like a keyword sheet. It's more of like, you're still building with that keyword in mind, and then he offers a bonus, which is cool.
Yeah, and Guardians isn't too bad either because they can't be modified. So like, future, for instance, they're gonna be per Degaton.
Flash
there's
Raptor.
a lot of good futures. I guess he's fighting for between Reverse Flash for the future Prime, and I
Yeah.
think that I'd probably play him over Reverse Flash personally, because it's Jugger Duck.
I'm not sure if that's the best reason.
And it is. It's the absolute best because you know what Reverse Flash is. Reverse Flash doesn't really have a movie, but you know who does have a movie? Howard the Duck.
Which
Also,
George Lucas.
which part of Howard the Duck does he turn into Jugger Duck?
It was a deleted scene. It was right after you saw the duck tits when he's going through the walls in the bath.
Okay.
So Future's got some options. You got Supergirl, right? You got Solaris.
Yeah, the Supergirl works really well with him too.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
now, you get him to a stop, he's gonna heal.
Yep.
You get the Sidorak, so he's also able to hold the. I think there's a lot to do with him. I think at 50 points, I'm just not really seeing him at 100 or 200. Losing that flurry for just sidestep, I don't think is worth the extra 50 points.
Yeah, his points are still pretty decent. I would have liked to see a stop click on click 7, the end of his 100 point dial before he goes to his 50 point dial. I think that would have helped. And then just giving him flurry the whole dial and then charge sidestep, I think would have made him a little bit more. And then an 11 attack at the very least on his lowers. The 10 attack on a prime, I think, hurts him a lot.
I think him having just flurry, it would have been just fine. Like charges, like he still has traded charge and prob. Like that's big. Like just having that.
Safeguard, prob, and close combat expert when he uses charge.
Exactly.
Like,
it's still just an 8
important.
speed though, so he's moving 4.
Yeah.
I think when I look at him, I don't think of him as a traditional attacking prime at 50 points. I think he's your tertiary attacker and gives you prob.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that sounds weird, but on those keywords, that's not a bad 50 points.
No.
So when you look at him, like I'm looking at him for silver, he does have that awesome politician keyword, but him with KC Green Lantern is something, because KC Green Lantern is going to be your main attacker, and you're going to be able to have Juggerduck be the one to protect him. So they're not going to want to get too close.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I think kind of what Pete was saying is that he's not like your traditional what you would do with a prime. He's got a little bit of support, but he can absolutely protect himself, someone around him, and attack if he needs to. It just doesn't seem. It just seems kind of weird because it's not your typical what you would expect out of a prime. He's not super aggressive, and he's also not super supporty, but he's not bad at either. So he's a little different.
I mean, Miles, they have your favorite other legacy card of 2099 Ghost Rider too. So in future.
Yep. Oh, there's plenty of good stuff to play. Yeah.
Because I'm simultaneously old and a child at the same time, every time we have a Juggernaut piece, I just want one of the traits to be called because I'm the Juggernaut bitch. But it's not going to happen.
I was pretty sure that there was a Juggernaut that had that trait.
Was it really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was, yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. See? Good. I feel better now. Moving on. 032 Beta Ray Bill.
I was chosen to be the guardian of my people and underwent modification. I became Beta Ray Bill, the pinnacle of Corbinite genetics and technology.
Annihilators. Asgardian, Guardians of the Galaxy, Robot and Warrior. His real name is Beta Ray Bill. He's got the Guardians TA. He's got a trait, I say thee nay. When a friendly character would be hit by an opposing character within range and line of fire, you may remove an equipment equipped to Beta Ray Bill from the game. If you do, that friendly character evades the attack and Beta Ray Bill deals the attacker 1 penetrating damage. He has 2 dials. It's 100 points or 60 points. He's 6 range, 1 bolt, flight. And on his 100-point dial, you get hypersonic speed, a special attack power, invincible, and a special damage power. And on his loadout, it starts at clicks 4. You get charged, a special attack power for 1 click, impervious, and then the special damage power. The special attack power says, have at thee. Friendly characters with the Guardians of the Galaxy keyword have knockback. And if 3 or more friendly characters have the Guardians keyword, knockback damage dealt to opposing characters is penetrating. That's amazing. And then the damage power is leadership, and characters can't use power cosmic. That name is I look at the heavens and think them empty. This is a meta piece.
At what point value you think you're gonna play him at?
60.
I'm at 100. Yeah, it's.
I'm not mad. I don't think it's unreasonable to play him at 100 either.
Because that damage power is just huge, and I'd like to have that from one click.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing, is the more than one click. Yeah.
Pete, do you want to go over Stormbreaker real quick though?
I can if I'm smart enough to operate the computer to find it. That's the questionable part here. Stormbreaker, 10 points. Equipment, indestructible. Qualifying names, Beta Ray Bill, Olden, and Thor. Look at Thor getting all the love in this set, Dan.
I know.
It was a collector set, but Thor's got a lot of love so far. I hope you're happy. Unequipped drop effect. Close combat expert. Knockback. When this character knocks back any opposing characters, any knockback damage dealt is penetrating. So that's an amazing 10 points. Also.
Well, he gets it for free, so it's even less.
I like him a lot. Is there any drawback you guys are seeing to this? The low values maybe at 60.
Yeah.
But at 100, you're still getting a 19 invincible for 3 clicks.
And the imperv on 60. I mean, I get it. Not everything's going to be able to reduce pen and stuff. So he's a piece like you can definitely work with. It's just you got to figure out the strat with him. But that attack or that trade's going to be pretty solid.
What about? Oh, sorry, Dan. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I think. Can you use the? How does that work? To me, my hammer thing. Yeah, no, that's when it's unequipped. Okay. So no, because he removes it from the game. But you could do the Shuri trick with him too.
Yeah, that's gonna be the interesting one where you just give him the 0-point objects from Shuri.
Yep.
And just have it that way.
Yep.
What do you think about him with a tomb though on 100 points? Because then his hypersonic speed, it's only a 6 speed, but then his range would still be 6. He loses close combat expert from Stormbreaker though, so he would be a 12 for 4 instead of 13 for 5. But you're probably doing ranged attacks anyway if you're doing that. And you're still, he has knockback as long as you, what is it for the characters? Yeah, he just has it because he's got the keyword. So he's not getting as much from Stormbreaker, even though he can do it. Just an idea. What do you think about that, though?
I do like that.
I'd have to test it, but I mean that's definitely plausible. So I mean anything that increases your swing or your ability to not have to get as close, shoot, and then move back is good. So
I think of all the things that we say you can do, that's actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah, but his whole entire trick is with an equipment equipped to him.
Yeah.
So I mean that's taking a lot out of him.
Yeah.
So I do really like him with the Shuri trick.
And they're both warriors, so that's on theme. Or you could go on theme too, but that's just the easy one with those two.
Yeah, because you're just like, okay, once a turn, you're like, no, you're not going to. We're going to go ahead and deal you penetrating damage, and then the next turn you just give him another object. So you're able to.
Yeah, and he just has to be able to see the target, so he doesn't have to be right up there. So.
How much is that, Shuri?
30
points?
Yeah.
All right, so you got Prime Panther, right? So 80?
85.
85. You got Supergirl, so you're what, 155?
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy at 60, so 215, Death Metal Wonder Woman 265, and then Shuri 295. Yeah, I think there's something definitely there.
What are you doing with those last 5 points?
Well, Traffic Barrel.
Well, I mean, honestly, probably putting Bucky's arm on Prime Panther, but Traffic Barrel's okay too.
Well, no, if you put Traffic Barrel, you can just give Prime Panther a damage thing. I know he's not going to get bump to attack, but he'll be a 12 for 4.
Exactly. You just give him the dagger, and then he's extra damage.
Yeah, that works too. So then the Traffic Barrel, just so you guys will be happy.
Yeah.
I don't hear many people talking about him, but I think the leadership, even on low dial at 60 points, does make him a contender to think about at least. And I'm excited that we're getting a playable robot, because robot's been lacking for a good, 3 years.
Oh, he will see play at the robot for me for sure.
All right, let's move to Ronan the Accuser, Dan.
I will unfurl 1,000 years of Kree justice on Xandar and burn it to its core.
Good old Ronan. So he is 75 points. He does not have a low dial. He is also a boot guy. I honestly thought he had flight, but he does not. He's got Annihilators, Kree, Cosmic, Ruler, and Soldier. He has a trait, a special defense, and a special damage power. The trait is at the beginning of the game. Choose a keyword for all characters with this trait. Unique modifier, friendly characters with the Kree keyword modify their attack and damage +1 when attacking a character with that keyword. That's pretty solid. It's just a +1. And if you're against theme teams, that's good. So, the defense power is on clicks 1 through 3, as is the damage power, though the damage power does reappear on his last click on click 7. The defense power is impervious, willpower, but succeeds on a 4 through 6. When Ronan the Accuser uses willpower and succeeds, he can reduce penetrating damage until your next turn. That's good. And then his damage power is Leadership Outwit. When Ronan the Accuser uses Outwit to target a character with their keyword chosen for 1,000 years of Kree Vengeance, after resolutions, deal that character 1 damage. So starting off, he's 3 clicks of Running Shot, Pulse Wave, and those 2 powers. Then he shifts to Charge and Exploit, and his last 2 clicks are Sidestep and either Exploit or that damage power. And he can also start with the Universal Weapon for free. So
what does the Universal Weapon do, Dan?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. So it is 10 points. Qualifying keywords are Kree, and its effect is at the beginning of your turn, choose a standard attack power to use until your next turn.
So it's 75 points with that, and he starts with Pulse Wave. Giving him, I think, Precision Strike would be pretty awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
75 points is a little much, though. Do you guys think that this guy can crack into any competitive team?
I think there's potential.
Yeah,
Pulse Wave is huge. It's going to be part of what they call the less optimized, because it's like, why would I play him when I can just play Hadari Yao with a motorcycle for the same amount of points? I think he brings a lot of different things. I mean, getting his damage and attack +1 from a keyword, like he's now a 13 for 5.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's, and you TK him up there, so then with Running Shot, he's going to have a 13 square reach. I think there is potentially something there. I know he is a little bit overcosted, or what people would say, but
if you're hitting those willpowers, that's pretty great.
Yeah.
50-50 shot.
Yeah, that's
you can keep going and reduce penetrating damage. But yeah, 75 points, it's a little hard because he's not hard to double tap, especially if you miss that willpower.
I think Silver is where he really shines. But yeah.
I do wish that he had some form of protected outwit, just because he's not like a third of, but he's a fourth of your build technically.
Yeah,
so
he's a
something, just something. Even if it was on the defense power, just the same thing as like, hey, I protected outwit and I can reduce pen damage.
Yeah, he's enough of a threat where you have to kind of focus on him, and he's an easy choice to focus on because he won't be that hard to take out at 75.
Yeah,
but I'm excited to honestly play this.
And I do like him though.
Yeah, I'm excited to play him just as a character. I've tried to make the one from the Captain Marvel movie work a few times with Mjolnir and just keep hitting the close combat expert attack with it from range, and he never hits with his attack values for me at least. So I'm excited to play this guy. I'm not sure if he's cracking any competitive teams, but he'll definitely get some play.
I think he's on the fringe of competitive. I do. I think he's on the fringe of the competitive, especially if theme is important. Because you're just basically getting a +1. You're getting Empower Enhancement and a Perplex into an attack.
Yeah.
So he does a lot. He does a ton. I love him. He's going to be seen in the monthly, absolutely, in Cosmic.
Yeah, I think he is fringe, but
Ruler and Soldier. Yeah, absolutely. So he's I like him a lot actually.
All right, Miles. I know this is one that you've been waiting for.
Yes, I saw this sculpt at Worlds, and it was amazing. And I think he's extremely good. It is 034 Yondu.
You look like Mary Poppins.
Is he cool?
Hell yeah, he's cool.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!
is 60 points. He has no team ability, which is a little disappointing, but his keywords are Guardians of the Galaxy, Ravagers, Brute, Cosmic, Mystical, Pirate, and Vehicle. He has one trait, a damage power, and a defensive power. His trait is Whip. Free. Yondu is equipped with a S005 Yaka arrow. You place the Yaka arrow marker adjacent to him. And so he also has it when Yondu uses the Yaka arrow's effect, he instead deals damage to each opposing character between the squares and destroys any blocking terrain between the squares. He is 6 clicks long. He has a 4 range, 1 target. That special defensive power he has for his first 5 clicks. And that's energy shield deflection and senses. When Yondu uses senses and succeeds, after resolutions, you give the attacker an action token. If you can't, you deal them 1 penetrating damage instead, which is also interesting. So if a character has Battle Fury, even if they have no action tokens, you technically can't give them an action token, so you would do 1 penetrating damage instead. So that's going to be important to know.
Yeah.
He starts at 6'11", 18-3 with stealth, energy explosion, and outwit. Then he goes to leap, climb, and prob. And then he just alternates between the prob and outwit. Click 3, he changes it up a little bit, 8'11", 17-3 with running shot and precision strike for 3 of those clicks. And then he has stealth, blades, mastermind, and his special damage power, which is stop. Power, choose another character within range and line of fire. If the chosen character is opposing, deal them 3 penetrating damage. Otherwise, heal that character 3 clicks, and this game, they can use power cosmic energy. And after resolutions, you KO Yondu. So the interesting thing is that you can KO him, but you can stop him from being KO'd if you have a Prime Panther or a Death Metal Wonder Woman. So you can actually KO him on your turn. And so the next turn, if they want to try and KO. So that's very important. So now you're able to heal one of your friendly characters, and they now have cosmic energy, and then you just bring them back with a vibranium token.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Do you want to read the Yaka arrow also that he gets for free?
Yes. Yep, the Yaka arrow that he gets for free is qualifying names are Kraglin and Yondu. The effect is when this equipment is equipped, which is going to be during the beginning of the game phase, generate a Yaka arrow marker. When this equipment is unequipped, remove that marker from the game, and then it has free. Place the Yaka arrow marker up to 4 squares away from its current square, on a direct line from its current square. Deal 1 penetrating damage to an opposing character on that direct line between those squares. And so it's, you're just able to move it 4 at a time. But Yondu makes it really interesting because Yondu's free. Is you place it adjacent to him. You place it adjacent to him, and then you can take that effect to move 4. So it doesn't matter where it is on the map. You can move his full speed 6, and then take that free action, and then you're able to move it through everything, which I think is very important. And sadly, he doesn't really theme with anything that can stop someone from playing Beetlejuice. So he's probably going to see play on unthemed, unfortunately, until they get the juice fixed, because his point cost and everything, he doesn't really do much if he can't use that Yaka arrow.
Actually, that'd be interesting in silver with he's got brute, so I automatically think Genesis and silver, which I think
and he also has that mystical. Mystical is I mean, you're able to move him full, and then then he's able to essentially get because you move him to 7, so 11 squares. So he almost gets full map by himself without a TK to just move that arrow.
And that Yaka arrow it's just a marker, so the opponent cannot interact with it at all. It's not trained, it's not an object, it's not a bystander. It's just a marker. So you basically don't have to worry about anyone taking it out. So I think
and it's 20 points. So that's I thought it was only 10. It's 20 points.
Yeah, it's hard to put it on somebody you have to pay for it. But him, or with the Yondu in the set, all the things that he does with interacting it, and it's free, I think easily is worth those 60 points.
Yeah,
You
because you're able to
can't
destroy
you
the
can't
block
quake it.
terrain.
No, it's
No,
not
it's just a
terrain.
marker.
It's not an object. It's just a marker. It's like the Scarlet Witch or Agatha from Disney Plus, where you couldn't interact with
Oh,
the rune
interesting.
markers. So yeah, so it's
Yeah.
safe. You can just throw it out there, and no one can do anything about it. And I guess technically, wherever it is, you couldn't barrier over it too, so you could kind of use it as that. Or
That's the
wait,
difference
can you?
between him
No.
and
No, you can't put a barrier on top of it. That the rule of occupancy.
Yeah, so that would be another way too to stop somebody from barriering up, is just leave it there. But I like this guy
that
a lot.
one. Yeah, it's the difference between that one and like Thor. If I'm gonna run Thor's second trait, I want to probably have the one shot to bring it back. Versus him, he doesn't have to worry about that. He just drops a marker and gets to use the equipment.
I really do like him though with that Prime Panther, because I mean it's just the stop click. It's not when this first appears. So I mean that's just insane that you're able to just then heal off that, so it's gonna go back to that stop and just take that power action to keep healing your friendly characters.
And technically, you could do it twice or more, I guess, right?
Yeah, you can take that power, so it'd be once a turn.
Well, that and they gain power cosmic this game, and that's even if you lose the power, it's still there.
Yeah.
I think I like him better with
So, yeah,
Death Metal Wonder Woman because you do heal back up off that stop click, whereas you'd have to find another
you
way to
also
heal him.
you heal above it with Prime Panther as well. It's
Yeah,
the
you do.
last
Oh, it's
click
less
on
non
one
KO
click.
click. I'm sorry, I thought it was the last or the first KO click.
Yeah.
So yeah,
then,
both are great.
Yeah, so yeah. And just giving your entire team power cosmic energy for that willpower. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds rough.
And then healing. Like that's the important part too, is that you're taking a power action to heal someone 3 clicks. So you can look at that as and within range and line of fire, so within 4. So you're able to heal someone 3 clicks. Like what if you have a Kong on there and you're like, man, I want to heal up Kong to full, you know? It's not support. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this guy a ton.
mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah,
Pete.
he's really good. He's not my kind of piece, but I can see his utility. And I think it's a really cool version of Yondu. And the Yako arrow is awesome. So I'm excited about it. Ant-Man, 035.
I'm gonna call him Anthony.
Avengers, Fantastic Four, Guardians of the Galaxy, Stark Industries, Animal, Detective, and Spy. Real name Scott Lang. He's got Avengers TA and Team Player TA. Ant-Man Security Solutions. Opposing characters in 4 squares can't pick up or equip terrain markers and can't be given close or range terrain actions. He's got a second trait, Pin Particles. Free, choose one to use until you choose again. Tiny size sidestep, regular damage symbol, empower shape change, or giant damage symbol, close combat expert, super strength. He ignores characters for movement. He is 60 points. He is 6 clicks. Starts with stealth, precision strike is whole dial, close combat expert, and 2 damage with a special damage power. It says I'm going to call him Anthony. Leadership outwit. When Ant-Man uses leadership to succeed, you may generate a swarm of ants. Yeah, baby. If you aren't the first player, increases leadership result +1. You guys are going to be so tired of seeing this guy.
So you're going to give him
swarm of
motorcycle
ants.
and team him up with a Spider-Man ally or a Wonder Woman TA, right? So that way you're 4 through 6 senses
Oh, yeah.
and just making ants.
Just making ants.
Give him tiny sidestep to raise his defense from range attacks. A little more mobile.
This feels very much like MCU Scott Lang, right? This is.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you get him next to your starting area, so if somebody's trying to play that the trophy Deadpool, they can't equip. So that's real cool. So you can't just keep giving them free equipment with Shuri and stuff, so then you're not ever going to be able to get that +3 damage.
That's a great thing that I was worried about.
It is. I think it's huge. Ant-Man stops Deadpool from being good. So
There's a lot of things that stop Deadpool from being good. I don't know if Ant-Man's one of them.
Deadpool stops Deadpool from being good.
So, to be fair, there are a lot of things that stop Deadpool from being good. Ant-Man is also one of them.
I think
this is definitely one of my top ones. It sucks. I think it's like it's the only super rare without equipment. But I believe he does come with the one-shot Pin Particles.
See, I think he's neat, but it's probably the one that I want the least out of everybody else on here.
Really?
Yeah, everyone else I'm a little bit more excited about.
Yeah, see, my top
I'm a
three
huge
are-
Scott Lang fan, so yeah, no, this is one of my top ones just for the character, and he's making Swarm of Ants.
Right. He's the Nighthawk of this set. He's still not bad.
Right, no, absolutely. He's still going to be fun to play. He's got plenty to offer. It's just the least excited I am about any of the other ones because I think the rest of them are either competitive to some degree or you're making some fun teams with them.
Yeah.
Dude, what's not fun about a giant pile of ants?
Well, I'm going to be obviously just playing a ton of ants. So instead of how much are they? 10 points or 5 points? They're 10 points, right?
They're 10 points.
So instead of playing Ant-Man for 60 points, you could play 6 Swarm of Ants right out of the gate.
Hear me out.
But you're going to be able to make an attack, and then you're able to make more ants for him to just move there, and he has, he's going to be an attacker because you can give him Empower and Shape Change, or Close Combat Expert and Super Strength. So he brings a little bit more utility.
Than 6 Swarm of Ants on their own?
Yeah, Anthony, because he's going to call him Anthony. Absolutely.
I think you play 6 Swarm of Ants and him for 120 points, and you just figure out the rest.
Seems reasonable.
I mean, yeah.
I can't wait for Animal. This is gonna be that's gonna be an entertaining month this year.
Gonna be a lot of ants.
Well, I hope they've replaced the Tribbles, but I guess the Tribbles could always make a comeback too.
You can play them all.
That's pretty much what they are, dude.
All right, next is 036 Ulysses Bloodstone. I think this guy is the one that has the most meta potential out of all the super rares for sure. He has Avengers, Martial Artist, Mystical, Past, and Soldier keywords, the team player team ability. He has a trait, the first Monster Hunter, Blades, Claws, Fangs. When Ulysses Bloodstone attacks.
Ulysses.
Am I just? Is it not what I'm thinking it is? Ulysses.
No, it's Ulysses.
All right.
Yeah, it's Ulysses. Yeah.
Okay.
Ulysses.
Ulysses. What's the guy from the war? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. All right.
He's also Ulysses Grant. Yes.
Yes. Is it spelled the same way?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Oh,
you.
Damn it.
Is it not? I thought it was.
I thought there was another L or something else. Okay, I think it's different, but maybe it's not. All right, let's go over it again. It's Ulysses.
No, it's Ulysses. Yeah, no, that's how it's spelled. So Ulysses Grant. Yeah, this is Ulysses. This is his name. Yeah, Ulysses Bloodstone.
Ulysses. Okay, so I'm right. Ulysses.
Yes, Ulysses.
Ulysses Bloodstone. Okay, attacks
No, he's
water.
not right.
I'm not. Damn it.
No, it's Ulysses. Keep going. It's fine.
Whatever.
We'll have to look into this.
All right. Attacks one or more characters with the monster keyword. Modify his attack and damage +1. When he KOs an opposing character with the monster keyword, score 10 victory points. And then another trait, Bloodstone Immortality. When he is dealt damage from an attack, roll a d6. 1 or 2, he takes damage normally. 3 through 5, he takes 1 unavoidable damage instead. And 6, heal him 1 click instead. And then he has a special speed power, which is Charge, Flurry, Leap, Climb. When he uses Flurry and hits with both attacks after resolutions, he may deal damage equal to his printed damage value to an opposing character within range and line of fire he hasn't damaged this turn. And then he's got improved targeting through hindering and adjacent to characters. 60 points, 5 range, 2 bolts, 5 clicks of health. He has that special speed power on his first 3 clicks with a 8 speed and then an 11 precision strike, 18 super senses, and 3 outwit. And then if that wasn't enough for 60 points, he also can be equipped with the Bloodstone for free, which is indestructible. Qualifying names are Elsa Bloodstone or himself. And he also has the Bloodstone has regeneration when an opposing character would heal. Instead, heal them 1 click less. And then if you don't have those qualifying names, it's 10 points. So I think this guy's going to be all over the place as soon as he releases. What about you guys?
Dan's going to play him every other day. Dan?
Oh, why you gotta do me like that?
Am I wrong?
Oh no, because he's got all the rollouts. It's like Blades, the trait, and Super Senses. Yeah,
He's awesome.
Oh, his Bloodstone Immortality is one of the most ridiculous traits because it doesn't matter. It's just, okay, I'm just going to take one unavoidable instead.
It's going to heal, actually.
Miles posted a pronunciation book on how to pronounce it. And he typed it out, Ulysses. Thanks, Miles.
You're welcome.
Ulysses.
Ulysses, all right.
I'm nothing but thorough.
Ulysses.
Yeah, Ulysses.
Yeah, I think he's great. I mean, he's gonna be a lot of fun to play. So, I mean, I love just the when you have to hit with both attacks for the flurry, but just being able to deal damage to someone within 5 squares, and he has the improved targeting. What is it? From the hip, basically, right?
Yeah, adjacent.
Yeah, adjacent. Yeah.
Which is really cool. So you can't is easily body block him, I guess. I don't know. He doesn't make a range attack, right? He just deals damage, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not from an attack. So if you just want to hurt something weaker, right, and then clip a bigger enemy or whatever, or say you clip the bigger enemy and you try to kill a squishy target, that's great. So.
And one of the things I liked about Arachnite so much was the Precision Strike, and I feel like Precision Strike is kind of not easily available right now with what's in Modern. So the Charge, Flurry, Precision Strike for both those attacks, and I think that replaces some of the stuff that I've been missing as far as what's in Modern right now.
Yeah.
I think he's the missing piece for Pass to really hit that the upper echelon. You're not going to get Chair Panther, but you're going to have Despero to stop the Michael Keaton. But you're also getting Perdegaton and Past. There's a few of the dinos that are extremely good with Past. Pegasus Cap, you're going to get there on Past. I really think that he is the missing piece for Past to really hit that
I really
level.
thought he was going to get Warrior, and I was a little bummed that he did not get Warrior because his daughter has it. So.
But she has Warrior because she left him.
Yeah, that's fair.
For training.
It's still Mystical and Soldier.
What I said to myself is...
She has Warrior, so it's a little different, their training thing.
One keyword they never put anything good in is Mystical... Oh, wait, never mind.
Yeah. About that.
No, we're going to be seeing a lot more of him than I think people are going to think right now. Everyone's about the Hidari Yao. But 2 of him over 2 Hidari Yaos is just insane for the damage output and everything, because that trait of being able to roll is just insane. You have 3 through 6. He's either going to take 1 unavoidable or going to heal him. So he's not going to take damage normally.
And you still have the super senses before you even have that too.
Yeah, so. And he has the wild card, the team player. So if you're able to get a Spider Family or a Wonder Woman TA on there.
And, I mean, he's got Avengers, so that's not super hard to get a Spider-Man on there.
And if you do go unthemed with a Major Logan, that would affect his trait to roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is the best super rare that they have, but they're all honestly really good.
Next is the non-prime Namor.
I told you, I'm not Aquaman. I am the Submariner.
What's your deal?
I'm just like Aquaman, but I can't get fish to do things.
That's the big thing.
I mean, isn't that all Aquaman does?
No, he can also breathe underwater, and he's strong, like me.
Isn't everyone strong underwater?
No, not like me. I can punch a big octopus a really long way.
Who is 70 points. He has the Doom TA. He's got Atlantis, Invaders, Latveria, Ruler, and Warrior. He's got 2 traits and a special attack power. His first trait is, if Namor occupies water terrain, he can reduce penetrating damage, and has, at the end of your turn, heal Namor 1 click. Pretty solid. And then his second trait is, when an opposing character within 4 squares hits or uses Perplex or Outwit, after resolutions, roll a d6, 5, 6, once per game, turn Namor to click number 7, and equip him with a Cosmic Cube from outside the game. That's pretty cool. He's got all the good improved movements, basically. So elevated, outdoor blocking, and through characters. So he's a switch dial, so his first 5 clicks are Charge, either Plasticity, and then Sidestep. He's got Super Strength most of that dial, and then he goes from Impervious to Toughness, and then he starts with 2 clicks of Leadership, and then his last 2 clicks are Battle Fury. He has no damage power on click 3, and then his switch dial is 2 clicks of Hypersonic, and then 3 clicks of Charge, 5 clicks of what is the special attack power, which is Quake Super Strength. When Namor destroys terrain after resolutions, generate a water terrain marker in each square that destroyed terrain last occupied. And then his defense is either impervious or invulnerability. And that top dial for 70, when you switch him, is 7, 12, 19, 5. So nothing to scoff at. You have to roll for it, but
They really dropped the ball on naming that attack power. It should not be Bring the Ocean to Me. That is 100% supposed to be Imperious Rex, because that's what he says to get hyped up. Very disappointed.
Okay.
This is
I feel like they do that. I just feel like they do that a lot with him, where they just name a trait Imperious Rex. So I don't know.
That's his battle cry. It's just like Thing with clobbering time.
That's fair. So as far as the Cosmic Cube goes, it is 10 points. Qualifying names are Red Skull, Thanos. Qualifying keywords are AIM. And its effect is when equipped, place the Cosmic Cube in the circle on the back of the card with the arrow indicator pointing to the effect of your choice. This is another like turn dial effect equipment. So there's was it 1, 2? There's how many is there? 3? Yeah. Or there's a bunch actually. So effect of your choice. So free, roll a d6, turn the Cosmic Cube clockwise. A number of effects equal to the half the result. Until your next turn, the equipped character can use the listed effect. So free, place an adjacent character up to 4 squares away from their current square. Free, generate a blocking terrain marker or remove a non-debris terrain marker within 4 squares. Opposing characters within 4 squares can't use the effective equipment. And prob is the last one. I mean, that's solid for 10 points. I mean, I know you have to turn it, but it's I think that's pretty good.
The randomness is what turns me off from that.
Yeah. I do wish that if you had the qualifying keyword, you could just like turn it up to any of the result, or like qualifying keyword or name. Sorry.
Well, especially since he's able to start with it when you turn to that dial, so it'd be nice to see a different effect, sort of like how Yondu was, since he's the only figure that can actually, at some points gets it.
This is like a God mode Namor compared to the Black Panther one we just got.
Yeah.
Well, I guess because what is it? But Thanos, the Chase can get it for free too, right? So.
Yeah. No, I mean specifically, it's part of a trait he has. Like
Yeah.
Yondu with Yaka is what I mean. So it'd be nice if they added something else to where he's able to choose it.
What do you think about him being 70 points though? Is that enough? Everything he does.
I don't like that because you have to hope that you're rolling 5 and 6 for a chance, because all it takes is like he's only 5 clicks deep for 70 points.
Yeah.
So they can just go and he has to occupy water terrain, which is extremely easy to get rid of now. It really is. Dolphin has lost a lot of muster on small maps. So yeah, he just dies because you can just put something underneath him and then he's gonna just die.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
Well, how about the next one?
The next one is Namor 037B. This is the hyper Namor.
Hear me, humans. I am Namor, Prince of Atlantis. Your foul species is hereby banned from the seas and oceans of the world. Any who enter the waters will face my wrath. Imperious Rex!
He's 200 points. He has Wildcard TA. 2 traits. His keywords are Atlantis, Avengers, Defenders, Illuminati, Invaders, Ruler, and Warrior. His first trait is Wear the Crown. Clear terrain on the lowest elevation level is water terrain. Friendly characters have Dolphin. If they already have Dolphin and occupy water terrain, lines of fire drawn to them by non-adjacent opposing characters are blocked. Protected Pulse Wave. Command the Sea Blades as a second trait. At the beginning of your turn, Namor may generate up to 2 Sea Blade bystanders. And it's a max 2 on the map. Those are 6, 10, 18, 2 with Dolphin, Charge, Blades, and Exploit. He has improved movement, same as the elevated, outdoor blocking, and move through. He is 11 clicks deep. Starts with a 9, 12, 19, 4 with hypersonic speed, a special attack power, invincible, and leadership. Those stats are the same for the first 3 clicks. Before click 4, through 8, giving him charge. He still has the attack power on click 4, followed by 4 clicks of Steel Energy, and then 3 more clicks of that. He has a special defensive power, followed by 4 clicks or 3 clicks of Impervious, with another special defense power, 2 clicks of Invincible, and then another one of special attack powers. And then he alternates between the Exploit Weakness and Leadership. His special attack power is Hydrokinesis. When Namor makes a close attack, opposing characters within 4 squares occupying water terrain are considered adjacent to him. And he has Stop for Atlantis, is invincible.
He's got 3 of those stop clicks.
Yeah, so he has 3 of the stop clicks. I do like him, but the one problem that I have is which I've as a huge player of Dolphin, with small maps only, Dolphin doesn't really help you like it should, and there's just so many ways to get someone out of water because you just put something underneath him. So that's my only one.
So that does not work with him though, right? Because clear terrain on the lowest elevation is always just going to be I guess clear terrain though, so you can just smoke cloud under him and then it's not water anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So you just change that clear terrain to something. Yeah. So like that's what's because you can put a plant marker on him, you can smoke cloud under him. Yeah, you can carry an object, put him on top of the elevated terrain, because now that's not going to be the lowest level.
Yeah, that hurts him.
Yeah, and so it's good for like pulse wave teams. If you're really looking at the teams right now that's being played with the Hadari Yao, I mean there is potential for him to be able to beat that, but this is where it becomes that rock paper scissors. That even though this can beat one of the best like teams that's just really good at doing everything, it's gonna fall to other teams. So I really do like him. I like him in silver a lot more. But that's just mainly just because of big maps. I think small maps really hurt Dolphin a lot.
I think he just needs that extra 200 points of support also. 2/3 of your build is just a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you read the crown that he can start with? The Serpent Crown?
No, and he comes with the Serpent Crown, so we do have a prime object. So the Serpent Crown is 10 points. Qualifying name is Namor. And qualifying keywords is Atlantis and Hyborian. Sadly, there is no Hyborian currently in cliX. The effect is Mind Control and Willpower. When this character uses Mind Control, a hit character may be given a close or range as free instead of making an attack. Now, I know a lot of people think that, if you give this to someone with already like Mind Control, they're able to use it. And unfortunately, that's not it. I don't have it right on me, but it is in the comprehensive. You have to choose which source of mind control you're going to be using. So if you, for instance, gave this to Prime Colossus, you'd have to either choose his special mind control that would do damage after resolutions, or the Serpent Crown's mind control. And this is going to be a disgusting equipment on several figures currently.
Yeah, even if Prime Namor doesn't see play, everyone's going to want that crown.
Yeah, this right here, I think that 100% Alex Mater is going to be replacing Trick Arrows with this Serpent Crown. So now he can attack from across the map and make them do close and range. And then if you're able to get this on someone like with Colossus on that team, you can just then mind control the opposing Kong and they can quake for 3 damage penetrating to their own team.
Yep.
There's a lot. Yeah, this Serpent Crown is going to be ridiculous.
All right, that will end the super rares. Dan, do you want to start us off with the chases?
Yeah, of course. So our first chase is Loki.
Are you ever not going to fall for that?
So he is anywhere from 30 to 180 points because of his first trait. So he's got Cosmic Energy and Mystics. He's got the Asgardian, Warp World, Young Avengers, Cosmic Deity, and Mystical keywords. So during Force Construction, Loki costs 30 points for each gem token you give him, minimum 1, maximum 6. So he's wearing the gauntlet. So for each gem token given, you may add an Infinity Gem one-shot to your sideline without paying its cost. When Loki takes damage from an opposing effect or knockback damage, after resolutions, remove a gem token from him. When the last gem token is removed, KO Loki, protected Pulse Wave. And then his second trait is Shape Change Super Senses, Safeguard Poison. At the beginning of your turn, roll a d6 and deal Loki that much unavoidable damage. He's got Flight, 6 range, and 3 bolts. His dial's pretty wild. It's a bit repeating, so I think it's every 4-ish click. No, 6 clicks? Yeah, there we go.
6. Yep.
He's got 1 click of phasing, TK, ESD, prob, and then Flurry, Blades, Reflexes, and Exploit. Then Mind Control, Psyblast, ESD, Outwit. Then Hypersonic, Precision, Reflexes, and Perplex. And then Sidestep, Precision, Sidestep, ESD, or EE, ESD, and Range Combat Expert. And then the last one is Plasticity, Poison, Reflexes, and Close Combat Expert. I love this guy. This is going to be so much fun. I think this is probably my most sought after chase.
Do you just play him at 30 points with 1 for TK prob and stick with that?
I mean, yeah, because because this is just Chthon. Okay, I'm just going to move or whatever, or take a costed action. Oh, I'm going to deal myself a damage. Woo. Because you can just keep spinning him. So.
Yeah, that's true. Make him a 12.
Yeah, luckily you can't bring him out for a butterfly swap, so people don't try that and think that you found some loophole.
No, because it's during force construction. So yeah, no, he's cool. I mean, and he's still got double rollouts. So unless you're just doing the free knockback damage, or some kind of free knockback, he's still going to be hard to hit.
Yeah, I think honestly, just for 30 points of TK prob, that's good enough right there. So, and he's going to be frustrating to try to get at.
And you're getting an Infinity Gem one shot, so you're getting some of those. So, which I know we'll talk about later, but that's still any one of them without paying its cost is good. So they do still count against your sideline, just as going forward, some of these guys with the Infinity Gauntlets don't. I think they don't count against your side. Or no, is it the Darkhold ones that don't count against your sideline?
Yeah, but yeah. So you will still, your opponents will still score them, even though you're not paying costs. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time you use one, they'll still get the 5 points, but.
Yeah, I think he's well worth the 30 points. I don't think you're ever paying more than that though for him, right?
For like a funsies game, maybe, but normally no. The 30 points is awesome.
Yeah.
He's the first one. People have said that this is straight poo-poo, which I will disagree. He's the first case that's fringe meta because of what he does for the points, and he's really difficult to deal with. And you can play with your team build with him. He can be 60, he can be 90, whatever you want. Is he a little inconsistent, unpredictable? Yeah, but with Chthon, like Dan said, that was the first thought I thought too, was you put Chthon on him and you can kind of control the dial a lot more.
So the one thing though that's interesting is the way this is worded is that so it says when the last gem token is removed, you KO Loki. But what if you bring him back with Death Metal Wonder Woman? Because it doesn't say he's not a standard character or Prime Panther. Because how are you going to KO him now? Because you're not going to be removing a gem token.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're getting an errata.
Or a clarification.
Yep.
Something like that, yeah.
Clarification. That's the loophole right there, is you just go ahead and, run him with 3 of them playing with Death Metal Wonder Woman or...
You can't, because he's a unique, so you're only getting the one.
Well, it's fine. No, you play one of him. But what I'm saying is that when the last one's removed, you KO him and you bring him back. How are you going to be able to KO him now? Since the only way to KO him is by removing a gem.
I would assume that it will be an errata that says something along the lines of if he has no gem, KO him.
Yeah, because that makes sense if we would read that way.
That I can see someone trying because they think they're smart. Please don't try and do that. That's just it's how it should be ruled, and don't be like, well, I know we're gonna get someone to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, but yeah, he's like good utility for 30, and he's generally going to be fun. So, and I like the nonsense. This is the nonsense I'm here for. Is double rollouts and like a wild dial for my support piece.
He's 6 range, triple target. If he's on an attacking stuff, he's great. If he's on a support clicks, he's great. Like you're not mad about him.
Nope.
For 30 points.
And again, the free Cathan gives them a 7 range for that TK and the prob. So, not bad. All right.
Yeah, and you don't care about him taking the damage from Cathan?
Right, yeah, exactly. You would lose the TK and prob, unfortunately, but you should probably have something ready to heal him back up.
You're not going to start on that. It says at the beginning of your turn, roll a d6 and deal him that much unavoidable damage. So even your turn 1 or turn 2, you're not going to...
Oh, that's right.
Exactly.
It is just all over the place.
It's going to be hard to get that TK off.
Yeah, he's literally nuts, so...
No,
You
never
don't know
mind.
what you're getting for 30.
I forgot about that part. I don't like him anymore. Sorry.
Really?
I liked him on click 1, where he is a 30-point TK prob, and you can control that. I was thinking that he had to get hit. It's a little harder when you don't know. I don't want to pay 30 points for a flurry 11, 18-3 that you have to kind of just hang out. That's way too unpredictable then. I was thinking you could stay on click 1 and then control that. I forgot about that part.
I don't know. I still disagree. I think you take the chance on it for 30 points.
All right.
But
play him.
I plan on it.
Good. All right. Next we got 039 Deadpool.
I'm the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
He has the...
This guy sucks. Sorry.
The Cosmic Energy team ability, Deadpool Core, Weapon X, X-Force, Assassin, and Cosmic keywords. He has a trait, Gauntlet Wielding Jokester. During Force Construction, you may add up to 3 Infinity Gem one-shots to your sideline without paying their costs. When Deadpool rolls a 6 on a single D6 roll, after resolutions, you may return a friendly face-down Infinity Gem one-shot face-up. And then a special attack power, Blades, Claws, Fangs. When Deadpool uses it, if there are 2 or more face-down Infinity one-shots on your sideline, he may instead roll 2d6s and choose 1 to be the result. And then a stop click on his last click, which is sacrifice a stone to save myself. Stop impervious, free, turn a friendly face up, one shot face down without using its effect. If you do, roll a d6 and heal Deadpool equal to the results. So he is 70 points with 5 range, 2 bolts, flight. He has 7 clicks of health with an 8 running shot, 11 precision strike, 19 toughness, and 4 damage. Prob. And then the special attack power that we mentioned, the Blades one, that's only on clicks 3, 4, and 5. So it seems like a little bit of a all over the place piece that really doesn't fit anywhere for 70 points.
Yeah, with no super senses even traded is rough. Like he just has toughness. It's hard, and then not having that special attack power on click 1 is also rough.
I like the running shot precision strike for prob on the top dial with 19, but then as soon as he takes 2 damage, then I'm liking him a lot less.
I have a question.
Yeah, Blades, Claws, Fangs with sidestep, absolutely.
Then the rest of his dial. What's that, Pete?
Do we know how the distribution on these one shots are? Like, how are you getting them?
I think that
are they like cards, or they're just in the boosters?
They're in the boosters. Yeah.
They're boosters.
Okay. I don't know. He's not great. He's not terrible. He's 70 points. You can, on a fun night with those keywords, if you really like Deadpool, Wes, you can play this. But I don't. I'm not excited about pulling him if it happens.
I think I'd rather him have running shot, 11 precision strike across his whole dial.
Yep.
All right, let's go with Thanos.
All right, so Thanos.
I am inevitable.
040 has Cosmic Energy team ability, Black Order, Eternal, Minions of Thanos, Cosmic, Deity, Monster, Ruler, and Scientist. He has 3 traits, no special powers. His first trait is the Gauntlet Complete. During Force Construction, you may add up to 6 Infinity Gem one-shots to your sideline without paying their costs. So that means that's going to take up your entire sideline. When Thanos clears action tokens, you may turn a friendly face-down one-shot face-up, which is real good, so you're able to reuse them and not give your opponents points. Thanos Quest. Thanos can use powers printed on his previous clicks. as noted on his character card, which will be very important late dial. It gets insane. Uh, and then he has Reap. When Thanos KOs an opposing character of 30 points or less, you score 10 victory points. So you get an extra 10 on top of that. He
big
has
fan of
improved
that
targeting
Reap
hindering.
trait.
Yeah, Reap is great. Yeah.
Destroy blocking and adjacent. 7 range, triple target, 300 points. So this is going to be your team. He is a lot better than you look at his dial because of that Thanos quest. His first 4 clicks are, he has 11 clicks, is 8 speed with running shot. Then he has 11, 17, 3 with energy explosion for 4 clicks, invincible for 4 clicks, and prob for 4 clicks. His next 4 clicks are a 9, 12, 18, 4 with plasticity, precision strike, energy shield deflection, and outwit. Click 6 is insane because he has printed 6 damage. By the way, his last 3 clicks are 11, 13, 25, 11, 13, 26, and 12, 14, 26 with Force Blast, Steel Energy, Regeneration, and Shape Change. And the great thing about that is now he has Plasticity, Force Blast, and Running Shot, Precision Strike, Steel Energy, and Energy Explosion, Energy Shield Deflection, Invincible, and Regeneration, Outwit, Shape Change, and Prob. When he's on those last 3 clicks, because he's able to use all the powers. So they just stack. So he's gonna be a nightmare in sealed. I think.
Oh yeah.
You won if you pull this in sealed.
Yeah, you might as well just everybody's playing for second.
So
Yeah.
and
I
the
mean,
thing
the
is,
common, maybe the common Thanos might be able to give him a run for his money. I don't know. It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
But seeing
big
that
thing
printed
too-
6 is just insane.
You're
Well,
hitting
that-
you're having to hit 22's late dial from range.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he really has running shot, energy explosion, precision or invincible, and probability control his whole dial. It's protected outwit.
Yep.
Yep.
And
I
he's
love
got the you can get the cube on him for free too. So for a 300-point character, he can come with his own equipment for free, on top of the sideline of your one shots too.
And he's 7 range triple target. He just shoots through things. He shoots out of adjacency. I mean, you can hit him, sure. This is really a well designed Thanos. This
I
is like the
300 points.
yeah, this is like him in the Infinity Gauntlet series.
I feel like
people could do stuff, and then he was like, "All right, I'm done with you."
Considering how much Ollie likes OMAs, I feel like if once you get your hand on this piece, he might give this a go, and this is probably gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, he tried to make that one Thanos from Battleworld work just because he had a printed, what was it? Printed 5?
5 damage.
And so he
Yeah,
put
printed
a
5.
power gem on him. So I could see him wanting to play this. If you just look at him, at face value, it doesn't look like enough. But like Miles said, if you're looking at the Thanos quest and what he really has as he keeps getting a little bit weaker, it's pretty crazy to finally put him down at the end.
Mm-hmm.
As far as you base him, if you base him, he's either punching you or shooting you. It doesn't really matter. So, and then the best part is he's force blasting you away too if you don't die. So.
Yeah, 6. I mean, 6 damage. 12, 14, 26 is his last click.
Yeah. The triple
he's
target.
A threat his entire time.
The triple target 7 range and through blocking and all that stuff obviously helps him quite a bit, but I mean he's still not doing penetrating, which does hurt him as the one-man army. Where do you think he stacks up against going like one-on-one with like a full point Kong or Phoenix Wolverine?
Darkseid and Kong beat him.
Darkseid?
Darkseid and Kong beat him.
Yeah.
Really? You think Darkseid beats him?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Darkseid's hitting him early.
Yeah, and then Darkseid can. Yeah, there's a chance that Darkseid goes back to click 1.
Yeah.
So absolutely.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's true. I feel like with all the one shots and like he has the cube, I don't know. It just feels like that could be pretty big.
Yeah, no, I think so, but I think that if Darkseid's able to roll like a 1, 2, or 3, I think Darkseid's got it. I believe he also can outrange him. I know he only has sidestep, but yeah, it's gonna be a good battle. Maybe we need to try and see that. Let's have Rebman and Ollie. Let's record that game when you guys get Thanos versus Darkseid.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Go at it.
See which one comes on top.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, once we go over the Infinity Gem one-shots, that might help flesh him out a little bit, too, to see if he's worth it. All right, Pete, I know you're excited about this next one.
I am. 041, Black Panther.
Wakanda forever!
Wakanda forever. Power Cosmic, Wakanda team ability. Avengers
Wakanda
Fantastic Four.
forever!
Yeah. Avengers Fantastic Four, Illuminati, Wakanda, Cosmic Ruler, Warrior, real name T'Challa. Got a trait wielding the Infinity Gauntlet. They finally gave me my Gauntlet Panther back. Thank you, WizKids. During Force Construction, you made up to 3 Infinity Gem one-shots to your sideline without paying their cost. He has an attack power on a bunch of clicks, but it's Force Blast, Pulse Wave, your reign is over, and his defensive power, one stop click in the middle of his big dial, and it ends with a stop impervious super senses. The first time this click is revealed for the rest of the game, Black Panther has once per turn. You may re-roll one of his single D6 rolls, also known as the Daniel Clause. He is 125 or 50. He is 4 range dual target. He has flight. He's running shot, that special attack power, invincible, and probability control. And then at 50 points, he's hypersonic blades, impervious, shape change, and then he does get that Force Blast Pulse Wave on his last click. I don't know if he's meta. Wakanda's got a lot going on in it. I love him personally. I will absolutely play him at 125 without any second thoughts about anything else going on.
This is the second chase that we have at 125 points for Wakanda. So who do you think would be a better to build around? Panther or Venom Killmonger?
I really like Venom Killmonger, but his lack of cosmic energy really hurts him. So, and it's tough. If it would help if Venom Killmonger also had the symbiotes that were modern still too, so we could equip those for free. Otherwise, he's just not coming back, or you're paying more points for him. This guy's stop click is really good.
Yeah,
I think this guy's.
Wakanda, so sure, he gives him that equipment, so you're not giving your opponents,
Yeah,
so you can
that's
just KO
hard.
that equipment and put him back on.
They play so different. I think honestly, you could do either.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing is their play styles are very different in comparison.
Oh, I know. They're at 125 points. Like, what do you think? Like, if you're going to build Wakanda and you're going to have to use one of those, like, who do you think would be best to try and build Wakanda with Warrior Chase?
I like Venom Killmonger just because that resurrection is like a guarantee because it's protected pulse wave. So, but this Panther has pulse wave, so it's like, well, you're giving up one for the other. So you also get the.
He doesn't just have Pulse Wave, he has Force Blast Pulse Wave, which is essentially most of the time 2 damage Pulse Wave.
Yes.
Yeah. And I love him. I'm this. You guys are gonna get so tired of this guy.
I'm happy you got your Dan got his Thor and you got your.
I have a confession. One of these made it into the wild today for $110, and there was moments.
You thought about it.
Oh, I for sure thought about it. I was like, that's easy. Like that one. But I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna see what I get in my case. But this is my main one out of the chases. And I don't think he's, like I said, I don't think he's meta. I think you can build around him. I think he's wildly fun. I think he'll hit the table a lot in our monthly games just from his keywords.
Yeah.
And I'm excited.
I think you have to pay him at 125 or not at all.
Oh yeah, I'd play him at 125
with the Soul Gem.
It's like you know me.
If it's not,
now it was a 20 defense that heals off of his pulse waves.
It's almost like he's got keywords that are coming up. What a time to be alive.
Well, I just banned Dorial, so I mean, you've got your other option now.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to Miles' question, though, I think that it is more of like a play style thing. I would rather build around Venom Killmonger. I think, Dan, you said you'd rather build around Venom Killmonger, but this is very much more a Pete style piece. So I think you could do either.
Oh, yeah. When
I'm
just
throwing out ideas because I think that we can get these team videos made of your Venom Killmonger Wakanda team versus Pete's Gauntlet Panther Wakanda team.
I think that would be another honestly cool video to even film just a Black Panther Wakanda team or whatever versus a Venom Killmonger team.
Yeah.
Just build both different versions.
They couldn't include the name of the trait, which was from the last Gauntlet Panther, which is No Time for Subtlety, because that's when he gets the gauntlet and basically is confronting Doom.
Yep.
During Secret Wars. But this is pretty much what that is. This is him.
I wonder. I want to see the actual card to see where they pulled this from, because I want to see, like, was there another instance where he wielded the gauntlet? I'm very curious about that.
That's a good question.
All right, I'm done fawning over him. We can move on.
All right, next
I should go see if that one's still available. You know what? I'm talking myself into it.
Yeah, I thought you were going to tell me you did buy it. I was very surprised.
I felt like 110 was a pretty good price for it too, right?
Price at the confession. Oh, he bought it.
All right, so this is my chase that I'm looking forward to the most, not including the Ultra Chase. This is 042 Scarlet Witch.
The Darkhold only showed me the truth. Everything I lost can be mine again.
She has the Mystics team ability, Avengers, Brotherhood of Mutants, Midnight Suns, Mystical Ruler keywords, a trait, Reading the Pages of Madness. During force construction, you may add up to 3 Darkhold one-shots to your sideline without paying their cost. These one-shots don't count against your sideline limit. If you do, you can't otherwise add one-shots to your sideline during force construction. She has another trait that you can only play her at her higher point value, which is 70 points. Her lower one's 30. It is absorbing Cthon and his Darkhold. The first time Scarlet Witch would be KO'd. Instead, turn her to click 5. Remove all action tokens from her, and this game Scarlet Witch has Cosmic Energy, Protected Pulse Wave. And then the special attack power is Bands of Belasco. It's Pulse Wave. When Scarlet Witch uses it, you may choose that all hit opposing characters gain immobile until your next turn instead of normal damage. So she is a 4 range, 3 bolts, sidestep, 11 attack with that special attack power, 18 ESD with 3 prob on her first 3 clicks. And then she goes to, if you KO her, play her at 70 points, then she's going to click 5 for 3 clicks, which is the 8 running shot, 13 Pensai, 19 invincible, and 5 shape change. I think she's very cool for 70 points. Because you have to have a plan for her. If you're gonna attack her and KO her at 70 points, you better be ready for her after that.
And then she works great as a support piece at 30 because you give her the universal weapon for TK. And now she's only 40, but you know.
Yeah. Also,
so, yeah, I think a lot of options.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
She's meta.
Yeah.
She's
great.
Chase Scarlet Witch? No way.
I love her.
I just like that the witches are back.
Yeah.
Between her and then the zombie one that we're getting, yeah, Scarlet Witch is going to definitely be back in the meta.
Yep. She's phenomenal. I mean, what don't you like about her? There's nothing, right?
No. We still got to go over the one shots, and I think that'll kind of make some of these sound a little bit better. Because 70 points is a lot, but I think definitely worth it with what she's going to once you, because it doesn't matter how much damage you do to her, she's just going to click 5, even if you do 8 damage.
That's worth it. That's exactly why it's worth it, because you have so many things that, like the Nth Metal, that just shut off stop clicks to where if she didn't have that KO in between, why would you ever pay her at 70? She'll just get one-shotted. So, like, the fact that she's able to get to click 5 and now have those, all that.
With Cosmic Energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they get shape change. Yeah, she just becomes a threat. Now, the real question is, do you play her with Cthon?
You have to really have a good plan for healing, because I don't think she... I don't know, though, because it's the first time she would be KO'd. If you KO her, she's a 14-20 for 6 on that top dial on 5.
Yeah, you could... Well, you'd have to
There's
still
ways
give
to
her
heal. I mean, you have... she is Marvel, so there is Kevin, who you can bring in with a butterfly, for instance, on Ruler. You have the Herb, so you have someone with super strength carrying her with her, so that way she's able to heal from that click that you take from her. I don't know. I think potentially there is something there.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, I mean, she's going to be a 14 for 6 with a 20 defense.
Yeah. I like her a lot. This is, like I said, my chase that I'm hoping for the most.
I bought a Panther.
Yeah. And then you can also give her the universal weapon even at 70 points, because now after she's dead, even with Cathan, you just pick precision strike, and so now it's gonna you have triple target precision strike with psychic blast. You can pick other powers as well.
Yeah, like I was saying before, precision strike is very missed right now. So being able to take that with her is great. Four range is a little rough, but Cathan gives her 5, and then she's got the 3 bolts. 14
Well,
for
I mean, her
6.
running shot will be 5 too, so she'll have a 10 square reach by herself. So that's I think pretty good.
Yeah,
14 for 6. That's just gross. I like her.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Dr. Doom.
All right, Dr. Doom.
You are nothing to Doom, and your pathetic attempts to play mind games with me amount to exactly less than nothing.
43 with the Minions of Doom and Mystics TAs. Cabal, Latveria, Armor, Mystical, Ruler, Scientist, and Warrior. He has 2 traits, damage power and a defensive power. He's 225 points or 75. His first trait, Unparalleled Ego, Leadership and Mastermind. And when Dr. Doom uses Mastermind, friendly characters within 4 squares that have Minions of Doom are considered adjacent to him. At the beginning of your turn, Dr. Doom may generate a Doombot bystander, max 2. So that's just at the beginning of your turn. So you're always going to have it. At 225 points, he starts with 8, 12, 19, 4, with running shot, psychic blast, invincible, and special damage power, which is outwit and prob. If a friendly one-shot was used this turn, Dr. Doom may count range and draw lines of fire from friendly characters named Doombot, which gets really interesting in silver. Then he has that for 3 clicks before going to phasing, Pulse Wave, and special defense power, which is fighting Cathan's hordes. Stop impervious. Dr. Doom can reduce penetrating damage. And then click 5 is where he starts at a 75 click point value. 10, 11, 18, 3 with sidestep, energy explosion, and invulnerability. And he has 1 click of that special damage power, followed by prob, and then 3 clicks of close combat expert, and then ending with prob. In the middle of that, he has charge, steal energy, and close combat expert with the invulnerability. And his last click is 7, 11, 17, 3 with phasing, pulse wave, the stop click, and probability control.
So obviously 225, way too many points for any team. What
75, he's playable.
Yeah, so what 75. Is I think he's very neat at 75. What's the big hype at 75 though?
So there's a few things that you can do. So it says that friendly characters within 4 squares that have the Minions of Doom. So there's ways to get Minions of Doom to other figures. You have a few of the new Pogs, I believe, have the Avengers keyword. Is it Iron Fist? I believe has it. Oh no, he has Heroes for Hire. But there's going to be a few ways to get those Pogs. You can even leave them next to there, like with the King Bystander.
Does the
protect him?
I guess we're going to go over it in a little bit here, but the Legacy Captain America, do those Pogs have it? I guess I can just look myself.
They just have a team ability. So,
okay.
But the interesting thing is
they don't have that.
Iron Fist has it, and so there's a figure that has been forgotten that is sadly silver. Dang it! I thought he was still. Never mind. I thought he was still modern. There's a U.S. agent that has
for 35.
Get Minions of Doom.
Oh, okay.
I didn't forget about that guy. That guy's awesome.
No, I just forgot that he was silver. I thought he was still modern for some reason. No, I'm like, oh man, that's gonna be something. You can also get him on Wakanda, which is really interesting with Scientist.
And there's plenty of wild cards, I feel like, in Wakanda too, so they could just wild card it.
No, they have to have it.
Oh, they have to have it on dial. Okay.
Yeah, so but you're gonna be able to get that with your. I mean, I think giving him the King Bystander, so he's a 95 point figure, I think is worth it because you can just mastermind to him and KO different, be it butterfly swarms, or whatever. I think that there's a lot with this character that you can really work with.
He always has mastermind, Redmond. You make a Doombot at the beginning of your turn. You just make it, and the Doombots all have Minions of Doom. And their sidestep, energy explosion, range combat expert.
And range combat expert. Yeah, so they're 11 for 3 with 4
range. Mastermind is always good. We saw how Apocalypse was good, right? I mean, his is obviously better because it's 8 squares, but still, like 4 squares doesn't need to be line of fire. Mastermind is good. So
Yeah, him not needing Land of Fire for the attacks, just drawing through the Doombots, I think is obviously that's the biggest thing I'm looking at, Adam.
well, you have to do the one shot, right? So you have to trigger a one shot, and then he can do it.
Yeah, so it's gonna, but you still control that. It's not like you have to roll a d6 and it's a 50-50 shot. You still get to say that you're doing it. So it's gonna cost you a few points, but you know when you're gonna do it.
No, I get that. I just it's more of a setup thing.
Yeah, you get 3 for free, and they're not even towards. This is the difference between the gauntlets is that they don't count towards your sideline limit, so you actually get 9 sideline.
But you also can't add any more, so you only get the 3.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
No, I know. I just that's the trade-off is you only get the 3.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, realistically, how many are you gonna use with him in a competitive game if that's what we're talking about? You know.
Okay, well, there's a little one called Rivalry, and I know people are gonna want to play that one. So with him, you don't get that one.
That's true. We're gonna just hope that one gets the Amit's Tomb treatment. Because it's going to be on everyone's team once this set's legal.
No, I understand. That's.
So what are they going to make a Mutt's Tomb fine now? You can go ahead and bring that back since you have something that can. No, it doesn't even leave its sideline, so it still works even with Panther.
Yeah.
Just having sideline active. Yeah.
All right. Do you guys want to talk any more about Dr. Doom?
No, he's really good. He's really good. That's all I got for you.
All right.
Dope sculpt too.
Mm-hmm. Doctor Strange, because Miles went out of order. 044.
The Darkhold exacts a heavy tone.
Defenders, Mystical. He didn't go to medical school to be called Mr. Strange. Avengers, Defenders, Midnight Suns, and Mystical. Dr. Stephen Strange, mastering the pages of madness during force construction. You may add up to 3 Darkhold one-shots to your sideline without paying their cost. These one-shots don't count against your sideline limit. If you do, you can otherwise add one-shots to your sideline during force construction. If Doctor Strange was dealt damage by a one-shot this turn, he is free, make an attack. He has a defensive power on the first half of his 100-point dial. Energy Shield Deflection, Invincible, Protected Outwit, Shield of the Seraphim. And then he has a special damage power, Communing with the Darkhold. Probability control when an opposing character within range uses Outwit or Perplex. You may turn a friendly face down Darkhold one-shot face up, so you get it back or not paying points. He's 100 points or 40 points. He's 5 range dual target flight. At 100, you get Running Shot, Pulse Wave in the special defensive power and damage power. And at 40 points, you get Running Shot, Energy Explosion, ESD, and the special damage power for 1 click. I like him a lot.
What point
He's
value?
good.
Probably 40 more. You can play him at 100 for fun.
The,
I mean, is anybody seeing anything at 100 that you're really, really
well? The
in love
biggest
with
thing is
for
that you're getting
purpose?
Protected Outwit with the ESD Invincible. So from range, he's a 20 defense with Invincible that you can't outwit. That's not bad at all. Pulse Wave.
Yeah. I see. That's the thing with the 4 day. Like they finally give Doctor Strange like a beefy damage value, and I'm like, I don't know if I like Pulse Wave's good. It's just I'm like Psychic Blast feels a little better with that higher damage value, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Universal weapon.
okay.
I just
I'm looking at him at base miles. I'm trying to judge the figure at base without adding fluff to him.
Oh, you gotta have fluff to make stuff good.
Oh, do I? Oh, okay,
Mhm.
gotcha. I did not
Absolutely.
think I did not think I had to do that.
Yeah, you know, you kind of talked
Simon
me
Garth
into
was so good.
the fluff.
Exactly, that motorcycle.
Well, Simon Garth needed like all of the fluff. Holy crap!
Yeah, he needed that motorcycle.
Honestly, you might have talked me into him at 100 points.
It's
Those
gonna
3
be-
clicks for 60 points are worth it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because it's almost there. There's a lot to like about it, right? The Pulse Wave, the 12 attack, and then that special defense power. But then that speed is a little bit low, and if somebody hits him for, I guess you gotta hit him for 5, right? And to put him on to click 4.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is doable. So.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a little hard to make work competitively, but
No, I
at
don't.
40
I don't
points
think
for
it'd be-
sure.
Yeah, I don't think him competitively at 100 he'll be seeing much play. He'll just like, but that 100 point line is not bad either. Like if you want to play him 100 in like any other type of game, I think that's perfectly fine.
Right. The main thing is that he's a 40-point prob piece that can bring back your one shots and makes your opponent think about using Outwit or Perplex.
Yep. Or is it? He's kind of nice because the trait he gets to make a free attack if he's been damaged by a one shot, and all of those dark cold one shots deal damage to characters. So it's a perfect.
Yes, you flip that, and then make him take the damage, and then you're able to make an attack with him.
Yeah,
If you have the herb, you can heal him up off that too.
Yeah, obviously you want to keep him on that damage power, but if you're trying to make use of that free attack thing, you're gonna want him to take the damage.
Which honestly, that trait with making a free attack if he takes the damage almost makes me want to play him back on 100 points.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, who we got next? Agatha.
The Darkhold. That's the Book of the Damned.
This is also like when I saw her, I was like, oh, cool. I was really excited for this, and the dial did not disappoint. So she has 70 points. She is Fantastic Four, Mystical, and Pass. She has the Mystics TA. I have to go look at how the heck she's Fantastic Four. I need to find out why.
So I'm gonna tell you why she is. Okay, so the reason why is that she was when Franklin was born, he had a lot of powers and everything, and they couldn't really help control him. So she was Franklin's babysitter to have him learn how to really harness his powers.
Okay, now I'm even more curious as to go read that because that sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
So she has 2 traits and a special damage power. So her first trait is during force construction, you get the 3 Darkhold one-shots without them. But she doesn't get anything bonus that. It's just you get the 3 Darkholds, but you can't add any others again. Her second trait is Shape Change. At the beginning of your turn, Agatha may generate an illusion marker into a square within range and line of fire, max 3. Free place Agatha into a square within 6 squares with an illusion marker. If you do, heal her 1 click and then remove that illusion marker from the game. And then her damage power, which is only on clicks 1 and 2, is Outwit, Perplex, Prob. When Agatha uses them, she may count squares for range and line of fire from an illusion marker. So that's pretty cool. She has a free place ability. She's got the trio of support powers. She is not flight. She's just a boot character. She only has full range with 2 bolts. But I mean, for 70 points, I like her. I think she's great. She's a little expensive, but traded shape change, so she's got double rollouts. Her whole dial. She's going to be a nuisance for sure.
Keyword. That's
Yep.
huge. Despero. She's going to be the reason why Despero's going to see play. Just keep theme. And Ulysses Bloodstone. Like, Past is insane now, and Despero, I think, will see an uptick in play. She is my top chase.
Yeah, it was like between her and Loki for me, honestly. Like Loki's, I know I lean closer to Loki, but like I saw her and I was like, oh, well, I got to get her. She's awesome.
So far we've arrived at 5 of these that you guys think could see high level competitive play. Is that accurate?
Well, Agatha's like a stretch, but I don't.
No, I don't think Agatha's a stretch. I think Agatha is going to see high level of play because she themes with Despero.
I guess I'm just worried about her point cost. That 70 is a bit steep because I don't like. She's not like. She's kind of your tertiary attacker, but she's also like a really good support piece. So I don't necessarily know.
She's able to free place within 6 squares.
Yeah,
I think you kind of almost.
So you're able to make.
You kind of almost have to look at her like she is 2 support pieces with everything that she does.
That's true.
She's kind of like 2 35-point pieces, 1 3 clicks, 1 2 clicks or something like that. But being able to outwit, perplex, and prob and be relatively safe with that illusion marker and the free placing and all that. And she still has shape change and super senses, mystics, and she's adding 1-shots if you want. Like there's a ton to like. I don't like that cost, but I think if you look at her as 2 pretty good support pieces, I think you can maybe reason playing her.
So we'll get to this later, but I want to cover at least one of the 1-shots with her specifically because there's an interesting interaction that you can trigger, which we haven't seen very often, and it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Did you want to go over that now?
Sure. So the Darkhold 1-shots, obviously, so they inflict a lot of like self damage to the character. So where is this one? So they're all at the beginning of the turn, right? So I think it's which one is it? The Diabolical Bargain. Yeah. So at the beginning of your turn, you may deal a friendly character one unavoidable damage. If you do, remove an action token from that character. So say she's double token, right? But you've got a like an illusion marker, right? Say it's behind her a little bit, but you can push her to the running shot pulse wave, and you running shot pulse wave, and then you poof back to the marker, 6 squares away.
Yeah.
After you've outwit, perplexed all the whatever shenanigans you want, and then you just poof away.
That seems great.
So no, it's just good. There's just not many things where you can like push a character to a click anymore, and I think that's pretty neat that she can do it.
I don't ever want to attack this piece. I just don't, right? Not without 2 outwits.
Or the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that the 70 points is going to scare a lot of people away from playing her, but I think there's something there for sure.
That was my interpretation, was just that her point cost is going to shy people away from playing her, but I think she's very good.
This is identical to the Disney Plus debacle of why we didn't see Agatha played as much as Scarlet Witch, because you could play her for 25 points less and she had a stop click.
Yeah.
Yet when Agatha was played, she showed that she could hold her own in competitive.
Yeah. It took banning Scarlet Witch for that to happen, but it was absolutely true.
No, Agatha was being played in Modern and she was doing fairly well. It's just that she wasn't being played as much.
Right, because Scarlet Witch existed, but once Scarlet Witch was banned, and I guess I'm more referring to Silver, right? But once Scarlet Witch was banned, Agatha was making some really good teams.
Yeah, you realize how good she could be.
Oh, it's like the Agatha at the 100. She's great. This one's great too. Very excited for this piece.
All right, Miles, this guy next is amazing. Do you want to go over him?
Yes, we have the Ultra Chase. I know a lot of people don't like the sculpt because it's only his half body, but I'm totally fine because he's a.
Is it at least
1x1?
Is it at least the bottom half of his body?
No, I wish it was. If it was just his bottom half, I'd be in hot dog heaven.
That's going to be an iconic set.
The bottom half of Collector.
Collector's pants.
Yeah, it's be Collector's pants and Trigon's pants. But with him being Trigon, I wonder 3.
Marvel and DC finally came together to put a pants set together.
Yes. No, we have the Collector. The Collector. 046.
Of course, if that's not your style, there's plenty more we can play with. Observe.
He is Elders of the Universe, Cosmic Deity, and Scientist. He has 2 wonderful traits, a damage power and a defensive power. His first trait is the rarest artifacts in existence. The Collector may have any number of equipment equipped at the same time. During Force Construction, the Collector may be assigned up to 3 equipment with a total point cost of up to 30 points without paying for them. Opposing effects can't unequip, destroy, or remove equipment equipped to the Collector from the game. Which is amazing. His second trait is nobody dares oppose the Collector. Free, you give a collection token to an opposing character. And then he has power. Make an attack. Instead of normal damage, choose a hit character. That character has at least 1 collection token for each 30 points of its point value. You KO them.
Amazing.
Instead of removing them from the game, you turn them to any click and place them on the Collector's card. The Collector can use the standard powers displayed on that click this game. When the Collector KOs an opposing character after resolutions, he equips any equipment that was equipped to that character. And so, he's got 11 clicks, 6 range, double target, improved targeting, hindering. He has 200 points. It's 8, 12, 19, 4 with running shot, invincible, and his special damage power. And he is Colossus, which is probability control and shape change. He has that for 2 clicks, followed by drops his defense down to 18 with impervious and prob. And then he goes to click 4, click 7, and click 11. All have Force Blast, Pulse Wave, the special defensive power and special attack power. The defensive power is stop, but only the first time this click is revealed. invulnerability, and super senses, and he has free destroying equipment equipped to collector. If you do, you roll a d6 and heal the collector equal to half the result. And then between those, he has in 5 and 6, he has a sidestep, impervious, and prob. And then 8, 9, and 10 is phasing, invulnerability, and shape change. And everyone thinks, oh, but it sucks. The stop is only the first time this click is revealed. We've already seen a figure similar to that for 275 points, and it makes sense why. The fact that he's able to just free destroying equipment equipped to him, and then you can just heal him half the result, is similar to the was it Phoenix Wolverine?
Yeah.
Phoenix Force Wolverine. So, no, he is ridiculously stupid with that free. Luckily, it's a power, not a range, so he can't running shot and do that with the collection token. So, like, that is helpful. You have to TK him. But, no, I think he's really good.
Now, the thing that hurts him the most, obviously, is Beetlejuice, so you have to play Chair Panther with this guy. Otherwise,
yes,
he's losing too much.
Thing is that he does theme. Yeah, so you can do theme if you really want. I don't think theme is very important with this character so much. But yeah, you need to shut down Beetlejuice. And the interesting thing is, like, the one counter to him is the main force Beetlejuice. But, like, once again, oh, you're going to be able to beat a collector, but, like, you're not going to be able to beat anything else.
Right.
And so building around just to beat a collector, I think, is the wrong thing. I just think Keaton main force is just... It's not viable in modern, and there's just too many things that it can beat it.
Yeah, I'm super excited to get this guy. He is awesome. When they revealed him, got pretty excited.
Yes. Yeah, I'm right there with you. This is
I thought
definitely
that the
my top wanted Ultra Chase that we've had since I've came back in the game. And I think we've had 2 since then. There was Mephisto and Zod Ursanon. Oh, and then Superman. This is easily the top one for me out of those 4.
I feel like there's more.
Well, there's more Ultra Chases, but
I came back at the end of 2021.
Yeah.
There's only been 4. Because I think Ultra Chase Thanos was the one before that.
And then before that was Earth X, Captain Marvel, I think.
Really? I feel like there's been more. Okay.
There's Peggy Carter.
Oh, yeah, Peggy Carter.
I'm sorry, I missed her.
Yeah, so, yeah.
He's awesome. I mean, that's 200 points of badassery.
I did love that they teased the sculpt in one of, like, the Game Trader magazines, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Miles was like, yeah, that's Collector. I'm like, what? And little do we know it's the Ultra Chase.
Kevin and Cake Deadpool are the other ones.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. You're right.
So, well, Kevin
Good.
and Mephisto are just very different than what this guy is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, very, yeah. Those are support.
Yeah.
He is 100% just, yeah, your beat stick. And, I mean, him just giving out those tokens, I mean, all it takes is, like, 3 turns. So pretty much like Prime Colossus. Like, you don't even do damage, you just need a hit. So Prime Colossus has 3 turns to kill him, or else he's dead.
While he has 3 stop clicks, and it depends on how people build with Colossus, because there's still quite a few teams where Colossus is their main attacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, there's teams that where he's not, but the teams that where he is, like, go ahead and you can mind control him or whatever. It doesn't matter. He's just gonna eat you off the board. And then what are you gonna do after that? Kong, you only need 2. So.
Why do you only need 2 for Kong?
50 points.
Yeah.
Most people are playing him.
Gotcha.
It's 1 for every 30 points.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. I was reading back through it just to make. I was like, yep, that
And
makes
once
sense.
again, it's a hit. It doesn't have to do damage. So whether you get your impervious roll or not, you're gone.
I think you're going off theme so you can take advantage of those extra 100 points, though, not theming it with Wakanda. Chair Panther's a must, so you can use those free, because someone's absolutely bringing out their Beetlejuice if they're fighting against this.
I'm assuming that he's definitely seen play during the Cosmic Month for sure.
Good. Probably a pretty good play.
I think that he might be winning the Cosmic Month. I mean, it's going to be tough to beat him.
Just start giving collection tokens out. So if there's multiples of these, they would... if multiple people are playing this guy. I'm trying to read it right now. At least
Yeah.
one collection token. Yeah, you could stack those from other ones.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's going to be the main booster set of Collector's Trove. Next, we have Nebula. You gotta take that one, Pete.
I do?
The play home kit one.
Yeah, I got it. Nebula.
I win. I bested you in combat.
Team player. Number 100. Real name's Nebula. Guardians of the Galaxy minions of Thanos. Assassin's Pirate Warrior. She has the Reap trait. When Nebula kills an opposing character of 30 points or less, score 10 victory points. She also has another trait, Sibling Rivalry. Nebula modifies her combat values plus one of the friendly character that shares a keyword with her hit this turn. She is 60 points or 35 points. She is 5 range, 1 bolt. Ignores proof targeting through hindering. Full dial, she's running shot, Pensai, ESD, and enhancement 8, 11, 17, 3. And then low dial, she's sidestep, energy explosion, toughness, and shape change 7, 11, 18, and 3. I think 35 points, she's pretty reasonable.
Now 35
more Guardians.
35
Different
points.
than the uncommon.
35 points gets her Bucky's arm for free still, and then if somebody hits first that shares a keyword, she is now with Bucky's arm a 13 for 5.
Yeah.
For 35 points.
And so like this, you can tell that like this is the Nebula that didn't just want a sister; she wants to fight.
Yes.
It was a nod.
It was a good nod.
I tried so hard.
There's so many good Nebulas, but yeah, I really like her. This is a decent play at home kit that's going to be pretty fun. Do you want to do Gamora, Dan?
I was gonna say her sister looks like she wants to fight just as much. So this is Gamora.
Gamora wanted to fight. She wanted a sister.
Are you kidding me?
Fair. She's also 60 or 35 points. She has the Guardians TA. She's Guardians of the Galaxy, Minions of Thanos, Assassin, Warrior. She also has the Reap trait. Also has Sibling Rivalry. So for 60, you're getting her top 3 clicks are Hypersonic, either Blades or Precision, Reflexes, and Empower. And then she can move. She has the double circles with a line through it for characters, so she can, or for movement, so she can keep moving as long as she's started moving. And then her last 4 clicks, which you get for 35 or 60, are Charge, Precision, or her last click is Blades and Super Senses. Then she starts on Empower, and her last 2 clicks are Close Combat Expert. I really like this piece. I now like the main set one too, but these are both fun. I'm gonna definitely play these plenty of times.
And there's only one play at home kit, so they're coming together, and they're 2 very playable pieces, and they'll come with a map. So I think this is a perfect example of what a play at home kit could be, or should be.
I think I like Nebula better because, like you said, you give her the Bucky's arm, and then she has team player, so you can copy Spider Family or Wonder Woman. So she's now a 5 or 6. She just has regular super senses on top of just shape change. So now
Oh yeah, there's way more potential with Nebula for sure.
Yeah, but Gamora is pretty good.
But
it's interesting. She has the move through, improved movement, move
with
through
hypersonic.
Hypersonic.
Yeah, I guess it helps for if you play her low dial, right? I mean, that's not bad for 35 points either.
No, not at all.
But I think it's very easy to look at this play at home kit, compare it to some of the other ones, especially the Deadpool Wolverine one. And this is, I think, what a play at home kit should be. So only one with play at home kit. Then we'll go into Legacy. The first Legacy is a piece from before I started playing. This is it 10th anniversary is what this is from?
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the Legacy Iron Man. Avengers team ability, Avengers, Illuminati, Shield, Stark Industries, Armor, Celebrity Scientist keywords. 1 trait, Adaptive Armor. When Iron Man would take damage from an equipped character, instead he takes no damage and rolls a d6. 1 through 3, deal Iron Man 1 unavoidable damage, Protected Pulse Wave. And then a special attack power, Divert Power. Free, choose 2 combat values. Until your next turn, Iron Man modifies the first 2 +2 and the second 2 -2. And then a special damage power, Maria Stark Foundation, Leadership, Perplex. Iron Man can use both regardless of line of fire or adjacency. He is in 8 range, 2 targets with flights. On his 100-point dial, he has 8 clicks, starts with an 11 running shot. 11 energy explosion, 18 impervious, and the 4 with the special damage power. And then at 50 points, he starts on click 4, 5 clicks, only 1 click of 10 speed running shot, 10 pen size, 17 impervious, and a 4 perplex. And then he gets the special attack power after he takes some damage there. I don't think this is one that I will play. They tried pretty good, I think, to make him playable with some of his traits. But I think just the point cost is still too much, and the values, you're still just not going to do it. Right?
If he started on click 3 for 50 points, he'd be playable, starting with that divert power.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, is that you have to take damage before you can use the thing that's going to make him the most playable.
Yeah.
I still think with how many characters are equipped, that like for 50 he's an option. Like I don't think like for again, he's got 8 range, 2 bolts. It's a 10 for 4 with a 10 running shot. That's definitely not nothing. So I guess it depends more of like how we sit with the meta, with how many things are like how many characters on a force are equipped, right?
Yeah.
I think that's more because that trait's huge. It's protected pulse wave. And it's only a 1 through 3, so if you roll the other side of it, he just doesn't take any damage. Or I don't even know what because it's what happens when you roll the other result, the 4, 5, 6. Just nothing happens.
Yeah. You take no damage, and it's just you just deal him 1 and a little bit of damage. The
So
sweet thing is that's
like
pulse wave. So
Dario's like, hey, I pulse wave you through 3. Iron Man's like, don't care.
Yep.
I think that's good for 50.
I don't know. I can't get behind it. The 8's range is good with 2 bolts, but he's a 10 attack and 17 defense, and you just nail him, and then he's on his last click. I don't know.
You hit him. You hit him once, and he's
Dead.
not even useful on his second click.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair.
Again, Kong will just one shot him.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair. I'm just considering like.
But no, I do think that you are onto something that it does make sense. Like it's a 50% chance for him not to take damage.
Or he's only taken 1. That's a big deal.
It's not a bad legacy card. It's like the only one of this set I'm not interested in.
Yeah, it's the only one I don't have, actually.
Yeah.
All right, besides Nick Fury. So next we have Captain America with Avengers and Defenders team ability. He has Asgardian, Avengers, Defenders, Marksman, Past, Soldier, and Warrior. So this is the legacy card that was picked from Calder, Ness, Matt Reed, and Spencer White. And I do know that they wanted another figure, but Calder threw a hissy fit, and they had to pick Captain America.
I think Calder originally wanted Aquaman, didn't he?
Yeah, no, the original one, was Aquaman. He's turned into like an Aquaman super fan. He loves his Aquaman. But anyway, this one has On Your Left. So this is obviously based off of the end game, because that's what we wanted, was because we never got an in-game gravity feed. And so On Your Left, he has free. Once per game, if an opponent's force has more characters than yours, you generate all bystanders on this card. The bystanders are Falcon, which is 4 range, and they all have the Avenger TA, by the way. He's 8'10", 17'2", with running shot, precision, willpower, and enhancement. Hulk is 6'11", 18'3", and a giant with charge, super strength, battle fury, and impervious. Spider-Man, 3 range, triple target with 7'10", 17'2", with leap, climb, incapacitate, senses, and perplex. And Doctor Strange, who has 4 range, 1 target, 6'10", 17'2", with sidestep, psychic blast, energy shield deflection, and perplex and prob. He has another trait that says "I knew it," which is exactly what Calder said when I beat him. Aquamiles beat him. Energy explosion, energy shield deflection.
What everyone said.
Yeah, no, everyone tried. Yeah, I knew it. It happened.
It's all in unison.
Make a range attack. Exactly. Yeah, it was just a huge roar. Improved targeting, adjacent and elevated. 75 points, 5 range, 1 target. He is 10, 11, 17, 4 with a charge, toughness, and a special damage power. His damage power is leadership, friendly characters with Avengers, modify their defense +1 for each friendly character with Avengers adjacent to him. 2 clicks of that charge, and that stats. And he goes to 2 clicks of sidestep, 2 clicks of force blast, and his last 3 clicks have quake, combat reflexes, and then he has close combat expert, and then ends with 2 clicks of outwit. I think it's really good. Of course, there's Michael Keaton decided to say, Chris Evans, you're just not going to be able to be played. But luckily, once again, he has that very important keyword called past. So Despero comes in to save Captain America. So
Like Warrior, so if you want to pay the $100 or the $150 for the Chair Panther, you can play that too.
yeah, I'm just consistently trying to say past now because with this set, I think it's perfect. I mean, we have Agatha, Ulysses, Bloodstone, Captain America. Yeah, I mean it's really good. And then with that too, you can since his name is Captain America, you can now bring in Falcon Redwing, and so once you generate Captain America's bystanders, like they don't just die, you get a 50% chance to bring them back. So I think that he's going to see some play. I really think, especially on past, and like you said with Warrior, teaming him with Legacy Panther brings some other options as well.
Yeah, you have to have something to turn off Beetlejuice on the sideline with him. I think at face value, he does not look like 75 points, but once you bring in all 4 of those bystanders in, I think that definitely makes him fine at 75.
And he can
We
start
also
with
Mjolnir for free, so now it's Charge Giant Reach 3.
Or
trick
he's
arrows,
also starts with the,
right?
or the arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just the only thing I don't like
Trick
about the arrows is he's not like a range attacker. He's like, I'm gonna punch you. And
He has
then,
free and make a range attack.
yeah, I'm just thinking. Sorry, his like movement powers are more inclined to punching
Yeah, but
things.
the cool thing though is that you move him 10 squares and he just make a free range attack, so he gets full map reach.
And then trick arrows with from full map. Yeah, that's actually pretty ridiculous.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think he's absolutely a range attacker with a 10 range running shot and 5 range. Like that's what he is. And then sometimes if he wants to charge and hit you, he can do that too.
Oh yeah, as long as he can do it, as long as he can actually do the free. Yeah, that's really good.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you have to play him. I think he works best on theme with past or warrior. You need Legacy Panther with him or past. And either way, you're able to get Falcon with him to help those pogs. You can actually build it to where it says if an opponent's force has more characters than yours, so you can build it to be a smaller team. So you can look at what I think the average team right now, especially with the Time Breakers and Hadari Yao, you're gonna be getting those bystanders pretty quick.
Yeah, this is one of the few legacy cards that I owned because I owned him and Captain Marvel. So
there will be an alternate version coming out, people, of Aquamiles and Rebgorn. It's not going to be I Knew It. It's just throwing rocks, Makes sense.
It does.
Will be revealed soon.
All right, Dan, next guy. This one I think a lot of people got excited for.
Oh yeah, because it's Molecule Man. How dominant was he the last time he was in cliX? So he is obviously the Fantastic Four Future Foundation one. So he's the rare. He is 75 or 25 points. He has the Cosmic Energy team ability. He is Battle World Other. I always love seeing Battle World keywords. Latveria Cosmic Scientist. He's got 2 traits. First one is terrain markers don't hinder or block lines of fire drawn by Molecule Man. That's pretty cool. Second one is Molecule Man can reduce penetrating damage. When Molecule Man hits multiple characters instead of normal damage, he may deal each hit character damage equal to his printed damage value. If Molecule Man is 75 points, he may take the same free action up to twice a turn. So they made him more of like the Owen Reese scary Molecule Man.
It's a Secret Wars 2 Molecule Man 100%.
Yeah.
Really cool.
I like it a lot. They didn't like he's got good powers. Like for 25, you're getting his old line of the stealth, incap, barrier, and the support powers, and then top dial you're getting the 4 clicks of sidestep, side blast, either invuln or toughness, and then the 3 damage, either outwit or perplex. So I think he's cool.
75. He's a great budget Hadari Yao.
Yeah, I think what's really cool about this is they took a near broken piece from the past where everyone played him at 30 points, nobody played him at 100, and now they just lowered his top value a little bit, and now he's going to be an offensive piece. No one will play him at 25 points, I don't think, really. So this is a really cool, well done legacy piece.
A scientist, so you can get him onto Wakanda. So now he's able to sidestep twice, outwit twice. Really good. And then you're able to just do damage. You don't even need to equip him with anything if you don't want for him to be able to do that. And then the terrain markers, they don't hinder Molecule Man, and they also don't hinder the gender. So that's really good.
What
Come
what
on,
can you?
hinder the gender?
What's that?
That's
What'd you say? Sorry, I was reading
hinder
something.
Oh, I said he doesn't hinder the gender.
Oh,
Jinder
okay.
Mahal.
I heard it.
I just ignored it because I was like, I think I know where he's going with this.
Is there anything crazy you can give him that is a free action that he could do twice?
I'm trying to think of like some objects that give free. Yaka arrow.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at right
You can do that
now.
twice. So that's I know that's 20 points. But the cosmic cube you can do twice.
Yep.
Well, I mean, just sidestepping twice is useful. Just outwitting twice is useful. Get something like the Darkhold on him. So there's
The
your
Yaka
perplex
arrow
and probability control.
Yeah, but yeah, you can give the god.
Prob's not a free though, so you won't get to do that.
Oh
No,
yeah,
probably.
you're right. Yeah, but perplexes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just looking
So
at
for
things
able
with the
to- I'm
way
trying to think
it's
of how to-
worded because it doesn't say anything about like his printed powers or his damage powers he can use
Nope,
twice. It's
yeah.
specifically free actions. So there's something that could be pretty cool there. I mean, realistically, the things that
So
you could
if
free.
give him, I'm trying to. Okay, there it is. Okay, so like if you give him like running shot, for instance, and you have Penguin give him energy explosion. Well, never mind. That'd be you can't running shot twice, so that's,
Nope.
no, that wouldn't work.
I think there's something. There's got to be something cool with that.
You just have to
sidestepping
see
twice, and there's equipment that does free. I think most of it's going to be in silver, but so for instance, if you gave him the Waldo arm and you had the free make an attack, you could make 2 attacks.
Okay.
Pretty good.
So.
Yeah, I think there's some more with him.
He's 90 points. Yeah, he's. The cool thing is that says whenever he hits multiple characters, and so like if you're able to throw him up there, like with Waldo arms and silver, for instance, like you're gonna hit 3 people for 3 damage.
Yeah.
Twice from that, just a free attack.
Yeah, this guy's definitely making teams. All right, Pete, do you want to go next?
Captain Marvel. She is Avengers and S.H.I.E.L.D. TA, Alpha Flight, Avengers, Guardian of the Galaxy, Kree Ultimates, Cosmic, and Soldier. She is Carol Danvers, Earth's mightiest hero, super strength willpower once per turn when in effect, other than clearing, removes an action token from Captain Marvel after Resolution's healer 1 click. And then higher, further, fa, you get it. Hypersonic speed, move after Resolutions, deal 1 penetrating damage to each opposing character she moved through. If a character she moved through has the vehicle keyword, deal it 3 penetrating damage. Instead, she has improved movement characters now. Yes. 7 range, single target, flight. She's 150 or 95. You're probably not playing her at 150, maybe at 95, and she's got 3 stop clicks at 152 at 95, and it's stop invincible. I love her. I played the crap out of this piece when it was first there, and I get it that she does not have the Flurkin, but one of the ways to deal with her was always outwit, which you can still do, but was to base her, to stop her from going, and now you cannot do that.
So my thing is, like, she got quite the glow up for what she was before. 'Cause she was really good before, and this is like, I mean, yeah, you don't have the Flurkin, but you gained all this other stuff. You gained super strength, you gained willpower. She can heal herself, which is awesome, right? Now you just move and deal damage. Like, it's similar to that, but like, what's one character we know off the top of our head that has the vehicle keyword that's like really meta?
Yeah, it's Ghost Rider.
Yeah, she's like, hey, I'm gonna move through you and your bet.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's so you can push him off his invincible click for free without even having to attack him. So no mystics.
Very important too. If Kraglin starts picking up which I think that there's a potential that he is. Kraglin has vehicle, and if you're able to deal the 3 damage, you get him off of that special where friendly characters with the Guardians within 4 squares may count range and draw a line of fire. So if you have her, don't just think she's useless. There's a potential that she can be answering something, because that Kraglin team has potential to really do some damage, and she's able to just fix that.
I mean,
She's Kree.
So
Right.
she gets the universal weapon for free, right?
That helps
So
her a
she's
lot.
doing penetrating damage. She eats a Kong, a 50-point Kong.
He's dead.
Yeah. Hypersonic up, shoot him, and then walk through him. Finish it off. See ya.
No, because it's the capital move that gives her that, so you aren't able to do both of those in the same turn.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
For sure that was a Kong killer there. Well, she's still messing him up pretty bad.
I mean, you get so all you gotta do is have someone with precision strike do 1 damage, and he's dead. So
Now, Pete, that
you're
is how she
penetrating.
used to work before
Yep.
the older version. She just had to move through someone during her hypersonic, but they changed it.
I mean, but now she gets to hit everybody she moves through, which is, again, with 10 speed, that's a lot of people, potentially.
Well, yeah, you're just running through everybody. I mean, you're just taking the move, right?
Yeah.
You're just chewing through support pieces without ever rolling dice.
Yeah, exactly. All them time breakers, dead.
Yeah.
I'm less
I like
high
her a
up
lot.
on her, but yeah, she does do some different things.
I just feel like her points should have been down a little bit. I mean, even it was 125 and 75.
Yeah,
It's just weird that she just had no.
That would have made a huge
I'm
difference.
not saying I wanted to get something big, but just a little bit of a point.
Yeah, I mean, she would have been better for lower points, obviously, but I don't think she's bad for what she is right now. So
no.
All right, next is, I think, one that everyone has wanted since they announced legacy cards. This is the Balls of Fury, Nick Fury from Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He has the S.H.I.E.L.D. team ability, S.H.I.E.L.D. Assassin, Cosmic, Marksman, Past, Soldier, and Spy keywords. He has a trait, the Man on the Wall, improved targeting, elevated, hindering, and through characters. When Nick Fury targets only the highest point opposing character with an attack, modify his attack and damage +1, and he deals penetrating damage. When Nick Fury is KO'd, choose a friendly character. That character can use this trait this game, Protected Pulse Wave. He has another trait, a World to Protect. A World to Protected?
No, World to Protected. It's everything bad thing and a World to Protected.
Okay, that's what I was leaning towards. Mastermind, shape change. When Nick Fury uses shape change and succeeds, after resolutions, you may generate an advanced LMD bystander, protected outwit. How would you... Oh, those powers are protected outwit then. Okay.
Yep.
And then a special damage power. Gore was right. Probability control, outwit, free. Choose an opposing character within range and line of fire. Until your next turn, that character can't use the effect of equipment. So he has 90 points, which is a little expensive. He does have a 9 range, though. Top click is 9 stealth, 11 no power, 18 defense, and then a 3 damage with the the damage power on that top click. And he has the 6 clicks of health. So
I mean, he gets the arrows for free.
He does,
He
yeah.
has past keyword as well. So I think Despero's going to be seeing an uptick in play with some of these figures, because I know everyone wants to go non-theme, but I think that going theme is huge, especially because you can stop. Even if they're not playing Beetlejuice, you can stop like a butterfly calling. So...
Well, I think with him, you're definitely going theme, right? So you can take advantage of his improved targeting and pick something with a lot of blocking. So you definitely want to go theme with him.
Yeah.
Why a lot of blocking, though? Because...
Oh, I'm sorry. Elevated. Right? What is his...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's elevated, hindering, and characters, yep.
Yeah, okay.
So he's another one that got like a big time glow up, because he's almost identical to his old version. He's actually better because he didn't have Mastermind and he didn't spawn decoys. The only thing they really changed was that he used to have a not outwit. Now he just shuts off equipment, which is still really big. So
Now, does he theme with Black Panther?
I do not think so.
Is that why?
Unless you do.
That's why you
He
said
gets
Despero, right?
attacks.
Okay, yeah. So
Well, you can through. Is it Okoye? I think maybe.
Yeah, so he can through Spy and he can through Soldier with
Yeah.
Okoye or
I don't think that's worth trying to keyword cheat when he's already 90 points, but you
No,
definitely
no,
want
no.
to do theme. So Despero's probably
well,
fine on
Okoye is
pest.
only 30 points. Yeah, but Okoye is only 30 points, so then you're able to get him with Chair Panther.
You're already putting 50.
And like
Oh,
Prime
I
Panther,
guess so,
for instance.
yeah.
Yeah, she's only 30 points. So like there, if you're gonna keyword cheater, I think that's a potential with Spy to game Wakanda because I mean you're able to choose 2 instead of 1. So I mean there is something there with Okoye.
Yeah.
But Despero is going to be a decent option because as we saw when we went through our event reviews, there wasn't a lot of Chair Panthers because he's spendy and hard to find, and the card is as well.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the one that makes Soldier? Who's the one that makes Soldier Wakanda?
Captain America from the same OP as Shuri.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he does. Yeah.
Also,
he's good.
Oh, sorry. The advanced LMD bystanders that he generates, those are a 5 range, 6 running shot, 10 energy explosion, 17 willpower, and then 3 perplex. So being able to generate a thing that gets perplex is great.
And you can't let them run around. I mean, they're not bad little attackers.
Nope.
So, and they're mastermind fodder. He makes essentially his own mastermind fodder there too. I like him a lot. This is one that I bought after we first started playing. And I've only really put him on the board, I think, maybe once or twice. It's just not really something that I like, but it's cool to see him back.
With when at the beginning, that first year of COVID, when everyone was just hanging out at home, we were buying a bunch of older sets and just playing battle royales. And we bought a brick of this, or actually, I think we brought like at least a case of this because they were super cheap. And Christine actually opened him and just melted my face with him and sealed. It was pretty bad.
See, this is like when you said, "Oh, people wanted this piece back." I was one of those of like, "Nah, I'm cool if he's not."
I guess that's a good point. I guess there's people that wanted him. There's people that never wanted to see him again. So there's 2 sides to that coin.
And obviously he's cosmic, so you can do Mern to just make it so he just. I mean, he doesn't even need his improved targeting. That 9 range is seeing through everything.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I'd like to see him make some kind of team, but I think there's something there. There's enough going on that you can kind of mitigate those 90 points.
I will tell you that the next piece, there's something there. This piece is awesome.
Miles, you want to go over this one?
Yes, this is my boy. This is the Legacy Collector from APBI. And did he get a glow up? This piece is amazing. He has Cosmic Energy TA, Elders of the Universe and Cosmic, 2 traits. This belongs here more than with you. During force construction, collector may be assigned any equipment without paying its cost. Collector may be equipped with any number of equipment. I think what you need to do is just look at it. During force construction, collector may be assigned a motorcycle without paying its cost. You give him running shot.
I was just waiting. I was just waiting for it.
It was a guarantee.
I mean, there's other things that give running shot, but he was going right to the motorcycle every time.
What else gives running shot in modern currently?
Nothing in modern, but you can get like the Goblin Glider gives running shot.
Oh yeah, you'd do that anyway. Yeah, the Goblin Glider would be good. And
Well, I think the motorcycle still might be better, but I just knew you. I'm sorry, Miles. I'm derailing this.
Yeah, I love motorcycles. Okay, I love motorcycles. Okay, some people like trains. I like motorcycles. A fellow collector. And I just assume he's saying that like Michelangelo says, a fellow chucker, before he whips him. At the beginning of the game, if an opponent's force or sideline includes a non-character game element other than standard terrain, you turn collector to click 0, which is mainly going to happen because people are running the phone booth, the barrel, the herb, all those effect terrains. So, and then
Is there a version of Hero Clicks where that doesn't happen?
There's pulp and casual battle royals.
Okay. All right.
And his special attack power, which he has all of his clicks, because he's going to be starting on click 0, so he's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll be 6 clicks deep. So for his first 5 clicks, he will have this. And when Collector hits a single equipped opposing character, that character chooses one. They unequip an equipped equipment. The damage from this attack is unavoidable. free equip an unheld and unequipped equipment within range and line of fire, and he has 7 range. So they're either going to be dealt unavoidable damage or unequip their equipment. So, yeah, extremely good. He has a phasing 8, 11, 18, 3. Might as well just say running shot as well. As passenger 1, even though he has the boot because of the motorcycle, he has that sweet, thing. 3 damage throughout. Yeah, he's extremely good for 45 points.
What was his original cost?
I could see a team. His original cost was 55.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was a little more expensive. Not much
55 though. Or 60 because you would give him. He'd start with a gem.
Yeah, with a gem. Yep.
Yeah,
that's right.
No, I could see a team running 2 of these as their attackers.
Yeah, totally reasonable.
But yeah, you need to take advantage of that free. So you're gonna want to obviously. He's gonna have to be non-themed, sadly, because he doesn't theme with either Despero or Panther with his lackluster team keywords.
Are you given, so you play 2 of these guys both with motorcycles, and now they're 120 points of your build, seems still fine? Probably?
No, you don't pay the cost of the motorcycle. He equips motorcycle for free.
Oh, even if it's more than 10 points, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he may be assigning equipment without paying its cost.
Oh, that's amazing.
It doesn't
then.
matter.
I was thinking that he had to pay for the motorcycle if you did
So
that.
you're only paying 90 points?
He's 45 points. So essentially he's a 30-point figure with motorcycle.
Yeah, that's crazy then.
Is what you look at. So, yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's possibly the best. I don't know. The legacies honestly are pretty good in this set.
Yeah, Molecule Man is like, I think Molecule Man at 75 points can be really good.
Well, let's finish up the legacy cards with the last one here, Machine Smith. Do you want to take that one, Pete?
Machine Smith, Masters of Evil team ability, Masters of Evil skeleton crew detective robot spy, Samuel Smith, Man security solutions, opposing characters in 4 squares can't pick up or equip terrain markers and can't be given closer range to range actions. He has another trait, Meet My Robot Dupe, shape change when establishing theme teams. Choose another friendly character to be a Machine Smith robot duplicate. That character gains a robot and spy keywords and can use shape change this game. Machine Smith would be KO'd if his robot duplicate is still on the map and said turn Machine Smith to click 6 and deal the robot duplicate 2 unavoidable damage, protected pulse wave, and then he has nanotech biology, which is a speed power on his first 3 clicks, plasticity, sidestep, stealth. He's 75 points, he's 8, 10, 18, 3, and Top Doll has that special speed power, energy explosion, and then invuln and perplex. This is one when he came out I tried to play.
Same,
I was never really successful.
Yeah, he never ended up making a team, but I definitely looked at him a lot of times.
Oh, because he made a hog.
Some interesting things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm willing to. I think that he's going to make cut on some team. Giving something robot and spy is interesting because now spy becomes Wakanda, so you can give a lot of figures Wakanda, and it's like, oh, but he's 75 points. What would be really interesting is if you gave a figure like Brimstone Wakanda. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, that's not
bad.
It
could happen. Yeah, there's you can get, so you're able to get a lot of figures into spy because they don't have to share keywords with him. You just pick a figure. You can give Kong spy.
Yep.
You can give Hidari Yao spy. There's so many things that you can do with spy. Like if, for instance, playing him with Collector might not be a bad idea because now you get Collector on that Wakanda. So then now you have him with Chair Panther. So I think there is something there with him, even at 75 points.
I think the worst thing is I just don't know what else he's doing is the problem. Like he's just like sidestep, EE, perplex. Like he has shape change, which is good.
The most important thing that you have to look up too is the opposing characters in 4 squares can't pick up or equip terrain markers. So that's very important when you're playing a defensive game.
Yeah.
Because Kongs and even like Colossus, like they can't come into you and like pick up a barrier to come and hit you with it. so they're not going to be able to do that. So that's very important. And also, too, with the dumb Ares combo with Kamo, like now he can't be he'll be within 4 squares. So like he can't be doing his dumb giant reach because he's not able to take that action to then do the Ares bomb.
That's true.
75 points is so much. Is there any way to swap them out after you do the robot dupe thing?
No.
No,
Not
you're
that
gonna go
I'm
with
aware of.
that bit. I mean, you're gonna. I mean, I know that's all he's doing, which is not great, but he does bring some options that I think that is there's something there. I think even at 75 points, because he's gonna allow you to bring collector in there. There's also some lower point figures that you can bring in that are really good. That would be really helpful. For instance, getting Space Ghost onto Wakanda now, so now you don't have to worry about him not using his power. So now you're gonna have a third level attacker, and so now you're paying 105 points, which seems like a lot, and I guess it's a third of your team. But Space Ghost brings so much to a team. Now they can't prob you. You're still able to get your double perplex. You have your TKer. So I think there is something there with him just because of that. And it's only because of Keaton. Without Keaton, he's not going to see play. But with Keaton, he's able to make teams theme that normally wouldn't, that brings some interesting interactions. I think Space Ghost might be the best one.
There's definitely some cool things there. I just don't think he's not making up 75 points. It's a quarter of your build to pull that off. But there's definitely some cool tricks.
You're giving him another Space Ghost another rollout because they get shape change as well as the robot and spy keywords as well as Wakanda. So,
all right.
I mean, I know it's a lot, but yeah, that's.
That is the last legacy figure, though. So now these are going to be what do we have left? The one shots here. So last we have one shots. The first one is what? Mind Gem. Dan, do you want to take Mind Gem?
Sure. So all the one shots are 10 points. So the Mind Gem's effect is when an opposing character is hit at resolutions, you may choose a power that character can use. That character can't use that power until your next turn.
Thoughts on that for 10 points?
This is where Thanos becomes interesting because Thanos is going to hit this is where the whole entire dichotomy with him and Darkseid come into play.
Yeah.
I think it works really well with Thanos just because he's able to turn it back over, so you're not giving up those 10 points. But then again, it's okay even if he gives up the 10 points. I think it's very, very good.
Oh, that's right, because you don't actually score it if it's at the end of the game if it's face up again, is it?
Yep. No, it has to be. Yeah, you don't score it immediately. You only score them at the end of the game.
I was thinking that if you flipped it back up and used it again, then you'd be paying for it would give up double points, but I guess that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you pay 10 points for that, though?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You hit, can't use it.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so what this is doing now is that if you have a team that you don't have Despero, you don't have Panther, but you're able to get around Beetlejuice with this because you're able to shut down a power. So you're able to answer those power teams like Colossus. All you gotta do is hit him. And then even if he gets his Impervious, you're like, yeah, no, you can't use Impervious now. And then you can follow up with 2 more attacks and kill him. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because that hit is... Oh, it's after resolution, so he'd still get the Impervious for the initial attack. But yeah, just being able to take that away, it's pretty big.
Just a hit doesn't matter. So I think Mind Gem is going to be one of the underrated ones. The only thing that sucks is that's 10 points of your build. But, I mean, if you don't have the money or, the resources, this is going to give a lot of teams, I think, really good fringe teams because of this, because you're going to be able to take out their bigger threat.
Yeah, 10 points for you have to hit, but it's better than outwit.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Then the second one is the Power Gem. So the effect on this one is when a friendly character attacks and the attack roll is 10 or higher, you may have that attack become a critical hit. 10 points for that.
You got to get lucky.
Yeah, because so if you're attacking like a Hidari Yao or where they're able to get 4 through 6 senses, it's really rough when they get that senses. I think it's you're totally fine if they have a mastermind. You're like, no, we need a critical hit. Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, that can be game changing.
I'm not saying that I'm gonna be playing it, but I can totally see someone playing this one because it brings that, you know.
It just doesn't feel good to be building with these and throwing it on for 10 points for that one time where it's a big deal. That's my biggest thing.
I agree.
But I guess when it comes into play, it comes into play.
Well, that's the point. Is the one time it is a big deal, it's a big deal. So.
But every game, like let's say you're doing that in an event, every game you're down 10 points as far as like what you're building with because of it.
I like it better than tarot cards.
Oh yeah, that's that's an easy discussion.
You also got to remember too that you're gonna have you have chases that you're able to start with 3 of them without paying for their cost. So
yeah, I think that's the biggest thing.
Need to look at too. So
well,
well,
then you have to what is it called? You have to play things that are gonna they had to make things that are gonna challenge like the gods on the sideline, right? These things for 10 points, yeah, they cost money, or like cost points to your build, but I think their effects are worth it. It's all about balancing like what you're going for. So,
and they're not leaving your sideline, so I don't think Panther can. They're not sideline effects, so Panther and Despero don't shut these down. That's also important to remember because it just says sideline active and they can't leave the sideline. They still stay on the sideline. They just flip up.
Okay.
Next, we have Reality Gem. When an opposing effect would generate 1 or more squares of terrain, you may roll a d6. 1 through 3, after resolutions, you remove up to 2 of the generated terrain markers from the game. And 4 through 6, you choose the squares that terrain is generated in. The squares must be legal. I do like this. I really wish that like if the gauntlets, you were able to choose each game which 3 you want. I think that would have really helped make these a lot better because there are going to be certain figures that you want to really use these for. You're like, oh, I'm going against like a barrier team. Okay, I'm going to put that on. I don't see you really paying points for this because it's not going to be effective for most teams.
Yeah, it'll be less likely than the other ones that we went over.
Soul Gem, 1-shot Infinity Gem effect when an opposing character is KO'd after resolutions, you may heal a friendly character 2 clicks. Sure.
10 points or one of your free ones of 3.
If it's one of your free ones, I'm going to look at this one most of the time.
Okay. How about space?
Space. That is when an opposing character is hit with a close attack, you may immediately place them up to 4 squares from their current square. They're still hit by the attack. It's interesting. You could like kill box a character with that. So.
Yeah, that's it. I actually think that you can build around this. I think there's a lot of alpha strikes that you want to be able to follow up, and being able to put 4 squares from them, I think, is really huge. And so this is one of the few that I can see being paid points for, just because you can consistently use it every game.
Yeah, this one's probably a pretty big deal to be able to take that because it's just place, right? Yeah.
Yep, place, yeah.
So small maps, that's a pretty big deal.
Yes, I'm thinking, especially if you're talking, you get your alpha, and then you go 4 squares back from them. That means the rest of your team can much more easily get at them. So, because I think that some of the time with certain teams, like you can maybe get your 1 figure over there to alpha, but not necessarily 2. So now this allows for a better follow up where you've hit, now you've yoinked them back, and you can probably KO them much easier.
Yeah.
Without having to completely overextend.
What's the last one here?
Time Gem. When an opposing character clears, you may remove an action token from a friendly character.
That's good.
You're not paying points. Like that's
for
10
tempo?
points for that just doesn't feel good, especially when you have 5 1-shots.
If it's free, it's a thought.
So I think honestly, I still don't think I'm paying 10 points for any of these, but it does make me go back and subtract 30 points from some of these chases that I was on the fence a little bit more with. So like, look at that Black Panther, for example. Now you can kind of consider him
95.
95 points now.
Mm-hmm.
That seems way, way better.
And Loki's free, basically.
Mm-hmm. Told you, Loki's great.
So I think that's worth considering. So wait, those are all of the reality gems. So these are going now into the rest of these are going to be dark holds for a little bit, or a few of these. So go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Soul Siphon 1-shot dark hold effect. Friendly characters can use regeneration as free. When they do for each click heal, deal another friendly character 1 unavoidable damage. 5 points. But,
That's one that you can easily build around, though, with just the heart-shaped herb, I think.
Well, the cool thing too is also with Loki. You have someone use regeneration as free, and then you just deal all the damage to Loki because he only takes off his tokens when from an opposing effect, and this is a friendly effect. So,
yeah, that's a good point.
It's a little battery.
So I will say that all this was clarified where ones that say friendly characters can use regeneration as free, even though they all can use it, once one does, the card is done. So you can't use regen as free on all your characters. I know that was a question that quite a few people had.
Makes sense.
But
That's
it was
an important
clarified.
point.
No, it is, because I was looking at the pin particles that we'll go over for a while, or in a bit here. So yeah, if it's something that gives something to all of your characters, once that effect is used, then the card is dead, and you flip it.
That does make sense, though, considering the card itself. So,
but yeah, I still think that's possibly worth 5 points. So then we have Diabolic Bargain. At the beginning of your turn, you may deal a friendly character 1 unavoidable damage. If you do, remove an action token from that character. Again, 5 points, I think, to just remove an action token from them, especially if you have something like Steel Energy or you're going to end next to the heart-shaped herb. This is an easily worth 5 points to have that extra attack. Disagree? Agree?
No, that's 100% agree. These dark holes are just way better than the gems.
Yeah.
If you're gonna pay for points.
How about the
if you're gonna pay for them, I agree. If it's coming with the character, I don't agree with that. But that's fine.
No, that's why I clarified that if you're gonna pay 5 points, these are worth 5 points compared to the gems not being worth 10.
all right. Next is Evil Entwinement, which is at the beginning of your turn, you may choose a friendly character and an opposing character within 4 squares of that character. If you do, until your next turn, when either of those characters move after resolutions, deal that character 2 unavoidable damage. I like this one. Hey, we're staying right here, unless you want to just take damage.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I'm not sure if this is one of the... Because the ones with the Darkhold ones, those are still, you pick up to 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also get your regular sideline. So yeah,
But you don't get to add any more. So if you're doing this and you're picking 3 Darkhold one-shots, I'm not sure this one's making yours, but if you're paying for them, that's possible.
I like this with Agatha. Oh, I'm just going to... You can't move. I'm going to place away, actually, because I have my little marker, like, 4 squares away or 6 squares away.
Yeah, that's great on Agatha, for sure. All right, what's next?
Next, we have Occult Retribution. At the beginning of your turn, you may choose a friendly character and an opposing character within 4 squares of each other. Deal both characters 1 penetrating damage.
What about this one? Still 5 points.
It's perfect. So it's at any point in time. So if you have figures like Death Metal Wonder Woman or someone on a stop click, okay. Do 1 penetrating damage each. So you kill him. Get past that stop click.
How does that work against Kong? Would he still reduce the penetrating damage?
That's the one thing that I'm wondering about.
Not coming from
I think that needs clarified.
Yep.
Yeah, so...
Or would the character activating the effect have to be... Well, no, because you... Yeah, would you have to choose a character that's higher points than Kong? That's the only thing I can think of, but I don't know.
No, I think it needs to get clarified.
Well, how is Kong worded?
It's characters equal or less points can... he reduces penetrating from them.
Well, it's not a character, so he's not reducing penetrating damage, so it should get right through it.
Yeah.
So based off the...
Yeah, I know. That's why it just needs clarified.
Yeah. That's all I would
argue that, yeah.
I just want to win like...
Yeah, it's gonna...
I'm sure it'll get it, but as far as how I would read it right now is that since the character is not dealing the damage, it would go right through it based off Kong's wording.
Yeah. Here's my prediction. You're going to get a lot of win rulings from these.
It's a brand new mechanic, which we did see today that it's that the one-shots are returning too in the Spider-Man set. So these are going to be an ongoing mechanic, it looks like.
I still like these better because they're paid game elements just to start off with, so I think that's good.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and you have to play specific figures to get them for free.
Yep.
So like that's what feels good. You play the Darkhold chases, and now you're getting 3 of them. Like these 3 Darkholds with Agatha, I think it just is extremely good.
I'm more likely to pay 5 points to put these on my force, though, too.
Yeah, I think they're interesting flavor.
Mm-hmm.
They just are, and you give up the points once you use them. So
yeah,
so I'm fine with it.
roll double losses are going to be not as easy to come by now with these Darkholds and all the other one shots, which is nice to see.
All right,
Clix players will find a way.
Yeah.
The next one is, to me, my hammer. So when a friendly equipment is unequipped after resolutions, you may equip it to a friendly character that is not equipped. If a friendly equipment would be removed from the game, you may choose that it isn't. If you do, after resolutions, you may equip it to a friendly character. Turn this face down if either effect is used. So, like I said, this works really well with Thor when he throws Mjolnir because he unequips it from himself. Then you can pull it back, basically, and you're not worried about losing it.
On the right build, absolutely worth 10 points.
Yep.
No, with Thor, for instance, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's worth it.
Or just anything where you're paying like a lot of points for an equipment that you're getting like say for free or something or whatever, or like a reduced cost. I think that's big where you can pull it on to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
This also gets around USB arrow, so you can also play this defensively.
That's true. Yeah.
So.
Then the next one is Pim Particles. Friendly characters have free. Choose Tiny or Giant. This character is the chosen size and modifies their defense +1 until the end of your next turn. So if you do go Giant, you would get your willpower roll the following turn because it is the end of your next turn. Only 5 points for this one. This is the one that I was thinking for a second when I first read it, that you'd actually be able to turn your whole team Tiny, and I thought that was awesome. But yeah, so everyone has that, but you would have to choose one to actually activate it on. But again, on the right team, I think that's easily worth 5 points to be able to carry someone that was tiny or something like that, or increase the chance of a willpower or a giant reach on something like that.
I think that's funny because I would have wanted the opposite. I would have wanted to make my whole team giant.
Well, yeah.
But there's sometimes you want to be tiny.
Oh, yeah.
So totally based off of, what you're going against. And for 5 points, that sounded really cool. But still, I think it's, for 5 points, doing it once to one character, that could definitely come into play. And then
this is worth 5 points.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
And it's like if you go tiny, then from range you're getting the +1 for going tiny, and then this character is the chosen side and modifies their defense +2, so you're getting a +2 defense from range if you go with that for a turn. Okay, Pete.
Shield throw, one shot effect. Equipped friendly characters have all caps range, triple target, make a range attack with a minimum range of 4 instead of normal damage. Deal each character 3 damage. And then turn it face down after you use the effect. 5 points.
Thematically, I think it's dumb. It's probably worth 5 points, though. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, why do you think it's dumb? I guess I don't.
Well, it makes sense if it's Captain America shield. That's cool, right? But let's say you're just equipped with the Cosmic Cube and you're playing shield throw and you're throwing the Cosmic Cube at him, I guess.
Fair, very fair.
So I don't know. This one seems a little bit like a stretch, like they were trying to fill out a few more at the end here.
I mean, Red Skull's losing to Captain America, and he just gets frustrated, so he throws a Tesseract. I mean, 100% makes sense.
Sure,
I like it.
I guess you can make an argument for it.
I think
it's
there's
like throwing rocks. Just wait till we get the rocks equipment.
Yeah, I just think there was a missed opportunity to just calling this what it should have been: Rebgorn throwing rocks.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, we got 2 more here.
Yep, and next we have I Must Have It. When a friendly character hits and the finalized attack roll was 9 or more, after resolutions, you may choose an equipment equipped to the hit target. If you do, remove that equipment from the game. If the friendly character is named the Collector, he can use the removed equipment's effect this game.
That's like an auto include for the big boy collector.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy 5 points for that one too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is the broken one. So this one's called Rivalry. The effect is when a friendly character attacks a single target that shares a keyword with them, you may choose not to roll the attack roll. If you do, the attack becomes a hit. So for 5 points, if they share a keyword, which is not hard to do, your attack just hits. So if this does not get fixed, this is on every single team going into Modern when the set releases.
But my thing is, you have to single target. You cannot multi-target. Like, you cannot energy explode, stuff like that. You have to single target. So
that seems fine. If I know that I'm going to go in and I'm hitting for sure, any piece I want, that's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. No, I get that. I know it's good. I just mean that it has a slight limitation, I guess I'll call that.
For 5 points, I'll take that slight limitation.
No, I'll take this 5 points every time. Like 100%. Now, where's the rest of my 295 point build?
Exactly.
Come on, get out of here.
All right, well, that will wrap up the Super Rare and Beyond Collector's Trove set release from us. Thanks for listening to this episode, and we will see you next time.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for ya!
Click it!